That was Klitschko's trainer, bro. So you supposed to walk through him. He didn't have the game plan from Emmanuel
because Klitschko wasn't before Emmanuel. He was getting chin checked every week.
He was unstoppable with.
You come around here.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, bro. He was unstoppable with Emmanuel Stewart, and then
yeah, but boy still got.
He doesn't land that punch if he had his coaches, bro. There's no way.
But Klitschko had been knocked out when Emmanuel was alive.
No, bro, not before Emmanuel.
Klitschko was all before Emmanuel. 12 years, bro.
Before once he got Emmanuel talking about keep his chin out of
Klitschko was champion.
Once he got Emmanuel, he stopped getting knocked out. He got knocked out by Layman Brewster.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out, but that was all before Emmanuel. That's when he went to get Emmanuel after he got knocked out by Layman Brewster.
He had one of the longest runs of heavyweight champions.
No, Klitschko's fire,
but a lot of it is because of Emmanuel. The stuff people were able to do to him after.
That nigga don't look like he got pants on.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all putting a lot on Emmanuel's story.
He's one of the best.
Because Klitschko was literally getting knocked out.
You know he's a snitch, right?
Come on,
but ain't got nothing to do with boxing.
What you mean ain't got nothing to do with boxing?
Ain't got nothing to do with boxing, bro.
They ain't got nothing to do with keeping your chin. They ain't got nothing to do with keeping your chin out of the way of a left.
Game plan.
Once the motherfucker start telling, it's over with. I don't give a fuck what you accomplished.
Man,
if Martin Luther King was a snitch, I say fuck Martin Luther King.
What did he snitch on?
Malcolm X didn't snitch though.
He snitched?
He didn't.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, what did Emmanuel Stewart snitch on?
Okay, so he was given information about a big time drug lord in Detroit.
Come on,
is that how you lost his spot?
No, this is real spit.
We're not gonna disrespect.
I ain't never hear this story, dog.
Bro, this is real spit.
One of the greatest.
He was given. It's a documentary out on it right now. Look, okay, this is secondhand information. I watched the documentary, so I don't know if it's true, but I know they put out a whole hour special about it. They had evidence. Supposedly, some drug lord guy that Tommy Hearns used to hang with. The feds saw Emmanuel hanging with him and Tommy Hearns, and I don't know if Emmanuel was privy to the information and the inception of the friendship, but through FBI surveillance, they kept seeing Emmanuel hanging with this dude, and so they approached him and kind of put you know how they do, like motherfucker, if you don't start telling us what he be talking about, where he be at, basically, we gonna get at you. So that's basically what the documentary is about. It ain't that Emmanuel was trying to sell dope and got caught and told. It was that the police put the press on him.
So he started providing information.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So he can never train you to be a boxer because of this shit.
No, he can train me.
Come on.
That's what. And thing is, we got to define really what a snitch is. You know what I mean? Snitch is the people. If you in that life and you tell on somebody's life in that life, then you a snitch. But if you never signed up for the life. And you got whatever you do, you got to keep that shit in house. You don't tell no civilians what you do on some street shit. You know better than that.
I disagree on that because shit, I'm not involved with just street shit, and I'm not gonna tell on nobody.
Yeah,
but it depends on what the stakes are.
Depends on what the stakes
Your ass
are.
be singing like a motherfucker.
That's everybody got different morals and principles.
But if you don't live by the code, you're not held to the standard, right?
No, your code is your moral.
I can find a scenario where nigga tell.
I follow a moral code. And morally, if I'm involved with something and I place myself in somewhere I know I wasn't be close to, and I get caught.
That's different. If you know it's different.
I can find a scenario where any nigga
right?
tell.
And they're saying we just need you to tell us where Kraig was, and we'll drop the charges. 25 to life.
Man, I appreciate the donation. Whoever dropped that 49, appreciate you.
Tyler Chabot, thank you. Do you do it?
If I'm in a position like that, I obviously place myself in a position where I obviously put myself next to Kraig with him to do something to put my life in jeopardy. So if we in that situation, I'm not telling on Kraig because I would have never been around a nigga. That wouldn't be Kraig. Wouldn't be the nigga I would have to tell. I come from an environment where it's a lot of street niggas. So if I get this far and tell on a nigga, that's all the shit I just stood on my whole life.
That nigga answer too long. I think you tell him.
My thing
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
I'm in a room full of light skinned niggas. They gonna do, light skinned niggas, green eyes. Say, no, he said a lot. So, no.
Hey Charlie, what you do when you walk? And you and the priest, you walk by the interrogation room. He in there and he got all kind of snacks next to him. You know he telling if he got all that.
Nigga telling like a motherfucker. We didn't even ask you anything about Brandyn.
Nigga eating yogurt with his feet up.
Like, this how I say, look, if you on some shit, don't bring that around me. I tell you, don't bring bullshit around me. Right. If you bring bullshit around me, you're gonna suffer whatever consequences it suffers. Because I don't like that kind of bullshit. Look, I'm black. All black people grew up in the hood. I grew up in jungles. Like I grew up around all kinds of shit that's like every other black person did.
Right.
And so I never went around their environment. You know, I never went around BPS hood. When they be down at Rancho Cienega Park. When I be hooping, they be on that court. I be on this one.
Right.
We certain people we was cool with. But don't bring your shit around me. Right. You know what I mean? Because I'm going home to my wife. That's why I don't get involved in that lifestyle. Facts. I don't get in that lost lifestyle, so I can't go home to my wife. So if you bring that shit around me, and it's between your lifestyle and me going home to my wife, nigga, that's on you.
Right.
Bro, hey Kraig, that shit's wild, bro.
That's like, nigga, I got caught up in some gay shit. Why was you around hella gay? I got caught up. You don't accidentally do gay shit. Nigga, you was gay. Nigga, the whole time you got caught. Nigga, that's not a snitch. Nigga, not a snitch. I didn't predict.
That nigga said I got caught up in gay shit.
He kept hollering at me like, oh,
nothing but fags everywhere. I mean,
hey, Kraig, man. Hey, Kraig, bro. Hey, real talk, bro. It feels good to be back in the studio, man.
Yeah, it's like the favorite place. Give it up for Brown, man. We love you, Brown. Hey. Thank you for having us, man.
And another thing that's important, bro. Dozie is here, y'all.
What's up, Dozie?
Hey, yo, check, Bequeno.
Hey, all that shit.
You know, the streets is over, though. I tell niggas that every day. The code is bullshit.
Damn.
Half these niggas is thizzing. They own lean. They act like lean ain't heroin. Lean is an opiate. You're a fucking heroin addict. You know what I'm saying?
You getting fat as hell.
Half these niggas is child molesters and financially irresponsible, and they jacking niggas out of hate because they don't know how to manage their money. You know what I'm saying? They spend it all on the bitch and want to come take your shit and then give your shit to the bitch afterwards.
Damn.
The streets is over. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel. And I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Whole family is with the full-fledged business. I'm the square of the family. And the streets is over, man. We need to go on to something different.
We really do.
If you a street nigga, that's like a nigga that's 150 still thinking he a Civil War soldier. You feel what I'm saying? Walking around with a bayonet, nigga. You know what I'm saying? With the Captain Crunch jacket on, nigga, and you feel me? And his freedom papers in his back pocket. Like, nigga, don't nobody live like that no more.
Man, hustle for something else, man.
You know?
For real, like, black people, look, that whole street shit with black people is always overplayed. Black people were never really street. That was a condition black folks was put in.
Right.
We the only group that don't really have organized crime. If you a black street nigga, you got to go to Asians for opiates, you got to go to Mexicans for weed, and you got to go to white folks for everybody else. Right. If you can't get the shit from the source, nigga, you ain't street.
Yeah.
So that was just a response to a condition that we were put in for the last 60 years.
Right,
There's some shit but we need to be proud of that shit because the other motherfuckers, they got whole internal game, child molestation rings, drug rings. We ain't got none of that shit. So we just got nigga that pop a nigga back for fucking his gal. That's all we got.
Right. Well, the streets are a watered down prison culture. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the code and ethics, how niggas try to operate in that box is how they do in the pen. The pen is all about respect. You feel what I'm saying? In the pen, you got certain yards you go on, and a nigga kill you if he's talking to you and you turn his back while he's talking to you. Or you turn your back while you're talking to him. Because that's disrespectful. When a man talking to you, you're supposed to look him in the eyes and get the whole conversation. Right. You feel me? So that's the code it's reflecting, but that prison culture is a very disciplined, stringent, warrior mentality. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas are gonna come see you. You know what I'm saying? And the streets ain't necessarily that, man. The code is watered down. Ain't nobody really getting no money no more. We need to let that whole shit go, man. That's not who we are, man. We can still rap and do all this shit and be fly, but we need to move on to something different, bro. You know what I'm saying? These Russians and these, you know what I'm saying? Them when the last time you seen a Russian gangster?
But they all over.
When the last time you seen a Russian gangster be like, nigga, I'm from blah 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 side on Normandy and blah 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 street. Come see.
Damn. You ain't never seen that.
That's junior high banging. These niggas is all over the globe. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's junior high banging. When nigga tell you where he from, that's because he lived with his mama, he had no choice, and that's really where he be at. But when you move older, when you get older and you start to progress in life, you could be anywhere. You can move where you want to move. It ain't about where your mama moved to.
Yeah.
Now, I love the tribalism of it because we do need to protect our communities and shit like that. But the whole fragmented aspect of us makes us weak, nigga. It ain't strong no more. It ain't strong, and it probably ain't been solid since the early 90s.
Why you think it changed?
But I mean, COINTELPRO is one reason. When they took all the leaders out of a lot of the hoods, you know what I'm saying? That's a big reason, you know what I'm saying? The 3 strikes law is another big reason. The influx of Mexican immigrants is another reason. You know what I'm saying? African immigrants. You know what I'm saying? It's a multiplicity of reasons.
It's a few things, man. One. It was rooted in defense. It was never rooted to take anything from people.
Hold on, Roblanco. You said you've donated $2,000 to the channel. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
I don't want you to feel like we ignoring you, man. It's just I got my back to the screen, and when it's a lot of people in the chat, it goes fast. So sometimes if you donate and we don't say nothing, it's not because I'm ignoring you, G. It's just because the chat will move fast, and sometimes I won't see it.
We will check to verify that. Real talk.
Much love and respect, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like we never really had organized crime. Like our gangsters used to like protect our numbers runners because we created the lotto with the numbers back in the 1920s and the 1930s. Right. The Caribbean Archie, when he brought that shit to New York.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Caribbean Archie brought the numbers to New York, which turned into the lotto. So our gangsters were people who, like, when we didn't have an economy, they were the ones that protected when bootlegging was in.
Right.
When those were the people that were the strong arms, you know, for that. But we didn't really go around shaking people down doing gangster shit.
No.
It was more of a protection mechanism. And the LA gang culture was born out of defense. It was born out of the Snyder boys and all these white people from Compton.
Well, the spook hunters
coming in. Yeah, spook hunters.
The spook hunters used to go around. They used to wear Letterman jackets in the late 30s, early 40s. And on the back of the jackets, they had niggas hanging from trees, like being lynched. And so the first gang that was established in L.A. in defense of black immigrants that came up during the Great Migration was called the Farmer Boys. And it was just basically a lot of first-generation blacks, you know what I'm saying, that came from the South, that lived in L.A., and they band together, and they was beating the dog shit out of white boys. That's how gang banging started in L.A.
Yeah.
It wasn't black on black. It was in defense of our neighborhoods. And with redlining, it was a lot of the white gangs that were in Southgate and Compton at the time, because those places used to be all white. Compton was all white back in the day. Wasn't no niggas in Compton.
Wasn't allowed.
But they would come across up into L.A., and they would just beat up on niggas and rob people and shit like that. And so that's how we defended ourselves, is with the whole gang banging thing.
Yeah, so we never really our gang stuff was established. Even our gangster shit was established on a moral code.
Definitely.
It got haywire in the 80s, because in the 70s the gangsters and the drug dealers were separate. My dad was in the street, but the gangs and the drugs didn't intersect. And then in the 80s is when the police made the shit intersect.
Right.
But we saw about that before. Motherfuckers was making millions on the streets back then. So it was actually worth the risk.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So it came out, it was a war on the streets based on the underground economy. Right. We like these other people that's gangsters. We talking about the Yakuza and these Russians. These motherfuckers got government ties.
It's on a whole nother level. Let me tell you something. So my parents would break up and get back together a lot when I was a kid. My mom is from Detroit. You feel what I'm saying? My dad is from Pasadena, but he also grew up in Watts. So every time my parents would break up, moms would move us back to Detroit. Then pops would, come get us after a year or two. Then we'd be back all under the same roof. You know what I'm saying? And damn, I lost my train of thought.
You were saying
your nose will smell it. Yeah.
So damn, where was I going with this?
You're talking about your mom going to Detroit.
The gang culture
to pops.
That had to do with your mom and pops separating and breaking up and getting back together.
I do not, motherfucking.
That's that weed.
Yeah, take that beanie off and then.
I forgot where I was going. I forgot where I was going. But okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, so one of the first times my parents broke up, my mother moved to Rolling Heights. So Rolling Heights is right next to the city of Industry.
Yeah.
Okay, so when my mom moved there, it was like more of a white suburb. And that was probably like 89, 90, right? When we moved there, it was a white suburb. By 91, it was all Chinese. Every business was Chinese. The Rouse Market they changed the name from Rouse to the Hong Kong Market. The bowling alley was gutted. It turned into like a Chinese shopping mall type situation. Pull up another chair, Dunk. You scoot over to the left. So basically, they took over an entire community. The Asians. You from 89 to 91. It went from being like a place where like middle class white folks lived and like black people who had a little bit of money lived to basically being all Asian, right? And to me, that's gangbanging. That really should be what gangbanging is. It shouldn't just be living in a community. It should be taking over a community on every economic level. But right now, it's still juvenile. It's still, what the fuck you looking at, nigga? Right. That ain't gangbanging. That's whole shit.
So you saying owning and taking over is more gangster?
That's gangbanging.
Hey, that's to piggyback on what you're saying. Like I know somebody. I don't say who they are. They don't know who they are. But I know a sheriff that worked in Rolling Heights.
Right.
And he was like, you know what? Look, if you pull over one of them Asian dudes and another Asian car, like in a Mercedes or like a high level car, come behind it, don't write that ticket.
Right.
Because it's gonna be they police themselves.
He from the Bay too. The Asians up there, they with the function.
They fuck around. Them niggas not no squares at all.
Yeah.
We look at them as one of us.
Yeah.
And Asians and Samoans and Tonys.
Yeah.
They ain't.
We're the same way.
Yeah, we same way. Like out here, them Asians, like the police don't fuck with them. Like if something happens, they're like, no, we got this. Like they gangsters. They gangsters. They major on home invasion robberies. Yeah. You read the paper, it's always somebody getting home invaded robberies.
Because they don't believe in banks.
Yeah.
So they keep a lot of their money in the crib.
And at the same time, they're also the protective mechanism, like where the police don't have to come in. Something happened,
right?
One of the other gangsters gonna take care of it, and the police just know to back off.
So you're saying, which makes a lot of sense. You're saying what's real gangster is ownership and taking over, as opposed to just protecting some shit you renting.
Right, definitely. That's why Suge and Big U and all them cats, they had the right idea in the way that they was pushing, and unfortunately, that was ended. You know what I'm saying? But that mind state is what it should really be about. It shouldn't just be about living in a community. And you need to own that community. Yeah. You need to own it. You need to vote in that community. You need to be established in that community. That's what it was all about.
Black Panthers, especially. We didn't have no gangs, but it's the same.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. You know, so we need to get back to that. So look, I want to talk about something, man. I'm tired of women who date women not accepting the fact that they're homosexuals.
I've been hearing that lately. They don't want to accept that.
What do they classify?
They just want they don't want to be called homosexuals. They don't think that they homosexuals. If you a woman that's fucking with another broad, you are a homo. Straight up and down.
If they not dykes, they not like gay. That's what they're saying.
They basically don't want to feel like they gay. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like women been doing that shit.
But when the last time you heard a broad say I'm a homosexual? She'll say I'm bisexual or I'm a freak, but she gonna be like, my name Keisha and I'm a homo. You ain't never heard that.
But I feel like females don't even gotta consider themselves as homo. It should be these niggas that's motherfucking homo.
I don't give a fuck what niggas
like
do though.
Bitches that fuck with bitches.
But let me tell you though, the reason that they gotta
bitches that fuck with bitches.
The reason they gotta accept being homos is because we have to make sure we gotta make women live in reality to get the most we can from them.
That's true.
You can't be walking around here participating in homosexual activity thinking that you just a freak bitch. Because that ain't what it is.
You are a homo.
There's some spiritual shit going on. Even though I like fucking you and your homegirl, the confusion. It's confusion. Energy never dies, it transfers. So if I'm fucking confused, I want to stomp down gay bitch. I don't want no play around gay bitch.
Just say what you are.
Just say what it is. I don't want no stomp down stud. I don't want no bitch that's dressed like me.
Remember this nigga the other day? So we see this bad dyke bitch walk by, right? He said, hey, whenever you want to come home, let me know. I swear to God. He said that shit to her.
That bitch was blushing like a motherfucker. She was a bad bitch dressed like a nigga.
But she was a dyke.
I said, bitch, you can't hide the titties and ass from me, bitch. I see all that. When you're ready to come back home, holler at me.
Hey, she was nice though. She was nice, but
I'll take all your old clothes, bitch, and make them mine.
I'll take all your old clothes. They be dressing like a motherfucker.
They be dressing.
Yeah.
she was fitted.
Share clothes.
She was fitted.
And what's your forward, bitch? Because them hairlines be crisp.
I don't respect gay people who date straight people that are in denial about their sexuality. You're a predator. You fucking with a confused individual. A lot of you gay motherfuckers, I love y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. But stop dating bitches with 2-3 kids, 2 divorces, and basically confused. If you was born gay and you a stomped down gay motherfucker, I don't think no real nigga in here has a problem with you.
No.
But if you on some predator shit, that's another story. And people don't talk about female rapists and gay predators. They don't talk about them at all. They act like women can't rape niggas, and they act like gay motherfuckers can't be predators.
Damn.
And somebody got to speak up. DeJuan, tell them how the bitch raped you.
She strong around the donut.
This nigga Kraig, you be nose boning bitches, so I don't want to hear none of that shit.
I mean, nose boning the fuck out of bro.
Parent cervix is up, nigga.
But fellas, why don't they ever talk about gay sexual predators and women that rape men? How come we never hear about this in the media?
Because they the main one. They the main ones. It took 5 years to get Ed Buck arrested for raping and killing all them niggas in West Hollywood.
Ed Buck?
Yeah, that motherfucker over in West Hollywood.
Damn.
And so, because it happens all the time. You always hear these gay people talking, well, trans people get murdered at a higher rate. Well, look, trans people only kick you with trans motherfuckers.
Right.
Straight people, if a person is straight, I ain't talking about secret straight.
You saying it ain't a nigga who's straight as a motherfucker, but all his partners is trans?
That nigga don't exist, nigga.
All my partners is trans.
Straight people don't hang out in that world. So if you in that world, there's probably another motherfucker in that world that did whatever they did to you.
Well, Flame was a transsexual.
Well, Flame got 3 kids.
But also, let me tell you. But also, let's go for another rule. The exception has never changed the rule. If you can point out 1 or 2 people who are the exception, that still doesn't change the rule. Like when I work with these kids and I had these little kids that been molested. They usually been molested by a family member, and oftentimes by a family member of the same sex.
I got molested by a woman, but I enjoyed it. I was 12, she was 17, and I used to go to. I went.
She fingered to what?
I said, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Bitches make me sit on her thumb every day.
I'm saying,
You didn't specify, my nigga. I was like, what?
but it usually be of the same sex.
You're right. Every real nigga fucked the older bitch when he was super young.
That's a fact.
So that's what it was.
What they don't talk about though is the teachers. You know what I'm saying? The teachers is doing that shit too. They them white women is fucking young niggas, you know what I'm saying? But they don't look like our teachers though. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's like
I don't understand how these young students is telling
so if you don't look like Miss Doubtfire, I guess it's cool. If she was fucked up,
let me tell you something. I'm in high school and a badass teacher want to fuck with me. I'm fucking her and I ain't telling nobody.
You better not say that.
Forward she took me into the back.
Sorry.
I kept coming.
Story fire as a motherfucker.
Story fire. I'm at the crib nigga, what else?
Hey, Charlie the type of nigga.
What else?
Charlie the type of nigga to blackmail the teacher that's fucking his son. Bitch, I need to fuck. I'm gonna tell everybody you fucking my son if you don't fuck me.
I'm Joe Jackson. You want to get to Michael? You got to fuck me too.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason I brought up this women being in denial about being homosexuals is because the other day Niecy Nash, who I'm a fan of, was on Red Table Talk with somebody else who I'm a fan of, Jada Pinkett. And Jada admitted to something that we all know, that she fuck with broads every once in a while. And then we know that. Jada Pinkett admitted that. Oh, you can't tell? Oh, you did.
you seen set it off, nigga?
Set it off.
And her daughter admitted that she's attracted to women too, Willow.
Okay. Yeah.
So y'all, right? She would most definitely. So y'all know Niecy Nash divorced her husband, and then she recently married a woman.
Yeah. That look like a dude.
Right. So she was on the show referring to her wife as her husband.
Oh yeah.
Man.
That's strong.
Cause she married a stud. She was referring to her as her husband. Look,
That's crazy.
Niecy Nash, you are homosexual.
Yeah.
Okay, that is not a man you're married to. That's a woman. Even if you was just joking, just own it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a homo, that's cool. We support you. I'ma still watch all your shit. I love what you do, but please embrace your new classification. You know what I'm saying? Because that woman you fucking with is not a man. It's
a
not
man at all.
And I'm gonna have the fellas let you know how she's not a man. Here's one way: if you married to a woman and you calling her your husband, that you know she's not a man. Okay. If Chris Stokes wouldn't recruit her to a boy group. That he knows niggas. Chris Stokes know all about niggas.
Come on, man.
And he wouldn't fuck with your broad if he was starting B2K2.
If Chris Stokes can't see a print in the front, he don't want to fuck.
He don't want to fuck with it.
Come on.
Because Chris Stokes is looking at them great doggers like, nah, I can't fuck with that.
When y'all leave the crib, if she could take her dick with hers, that's not a man. I mean, well, I take my dick everywhere. If she can leave her dick at the house.
Yeah, she can leave it there.
If she can leave her dick at the house.
Yes, there you go.
She's not a man.
Nigga said stay at home.
Brandon,
Dick I take with me.
how can Niecy Nash tell if her woman is not a man?
I mean, I'm kind of. I mean, I don't care what she calls her husband. I don't know. This doesn't bother me. But she's not. I mean, she's not a man. I mean, does she claim to be a man?
She dressed like a nigga.
I mean, I look at it like that's how she. If that's how the person feels, then yeah. I mean, if they want to be considered a man, then go.
Well, no, it's not the girl. It's not the wife being considered the man. It's Niecy is in denial, and she's calling a woman her husband.
Now, does Niecy want us to call her this
like,
woman her husband too?
Yeah.
That's when it's all right. Come on,
Yeah, like, how does
Niecy, relax. You can call that nigga whatever you want.
She get mad. She get mad.
But don't
See, that's why I gotta
don't get
stay
mad at me when I'm like your wife and you be like, no, my husband.
Yeah, like
your
how
wife.
How does that person?
See, that's why I
That's a
can't
woman.
hang out with that type of shit. I'm not adjusting.
We
I don't
gonna
give a fuck what
you
you
gonna be
think.
mad at me.
I'm not even gonna ask that because I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say regardless. Because until I get mad, then they both gonna turn into some women. So
My
I'm back
question-
That's real.
Go ahead.
like, let me just stay away because I love everybody.
How does the person? How does like her husband want to be identified as?
I think she's cool being a woman. I have no problem with
Yeah,
the woman.
I just base it off however a person wants to be like addressed as. So if it's if we think it's a woman saying I'm a man, then I'll address it as that.
That's gonna be hard to do.
You gonna
That's gonna be
you
hard
gonna
to
address her as you gonna say oh your husband.
If that's what she wants to be called, okay.
Like, that's hard. That's hard to do.
No,
It doesn't bother me. So that's
If you tell me to call you light skinned, then you like, nigga, I'm light skinned.
I'm not calling no woman.
I'm just saying, like,
No man.
even if that disrespects you as a man.
No,
you
but
light skinned.
I think what you're saying is like
That's like you being a bitch. Then that's like you being a woman.
Right.
If I call a woman a guy, I will feel like a woman. Like, no, you a girl and I'm a guy.
Right.
I'm not swinging role reversing shit.
No.
I don't give a fuck if it's my girl or not.
I disagree, and because if that's how a person feels, that's how they feel.
That's how they feel.
So,
That's how they feel.
One at a time.
But if it's a feeling, then I think I would just if Charlie just feels he's a certain, I'll address him how he wants to be treated. So I'll be like, all right, well, if that's you think you're a woman, then all right, I'll call you.
So
You a great guy.
So you'll be dishonest in order to appease somebody.
It's not
You address her based on how she feels.
It's not dishonesty. I'm not basing it off of like my personal opinion. I'm basing off of I'm just respecting how you feel. If that's how you feel, then all right, then that's how I'm gonna address you.
So you,
But how I feel it could be different.
Brandon knows some.
But if that's-
What happened
that's
is
his truth,
Brandon's
though.
wife.
That's how you are, like,
Brandon knows some bullshit right now.
We got some ugly chicks. She feels like she's bad. You gonna tell her she's bad?
Shut your ass up.
Bitch, you ugly.
We know what be going on.
Brandon is such a hypocrite.
No, No,
She
because
fat. You ain't skinny.
No, because that's different. Because
That's how she feels.
Brandon, you said the bitch look like Gerald
Look in the mirror,
Wilkins.
she's like, no, you're not.
So I have to call everybody that I think's ugly. I have to walk up and call them ugly.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying, a woman walks up. You're having a conversation with a chick. She's clearly trash. But she thinks she's bad.
That's subjective.
On the show. She's on the show.
You think that she's trash.
But being male or female is not subjective.
You think.
You're either a man or you're a woman.
That's where I'm at with it, Kraig.
I'm just trying to say,
No, but
he tried.
no,
You're
but
not
I'm saying,
going to tell somebody
but-
if you see them as something else. You're not going to tell them. Like that's the situation.
I'm gonna answer your question. One, looks is subjective, right? There could be a person that thinks somebody's good looking, and you can ask other people, and they say no.
Don't change it.
So it's subjective. Somebody's saying I feel this way, and I want you to address me. I don't have a problem doing that. Like
So
I don't
you
have a
go
problem
call her.
calling.
She's gonna. This ugly girl's telling you to call me bad bitch. You gonna say
Brandon,
go call her bad bitch.
If Precious, if the chick that played Precious said address me as a bad bitch, what would you say?
I'm not gonna do that, do
No,
I?
Precious.
If Gabrielle Sidibe said, Brandon, you motherfucker, address me as a bad bitch, what would you say?
I do it if she paid me.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Thank you.
But that's not. But that what you're. That's not.
Damn.
That's not tied to the.
That's
same-
not, I'm gonna give you another scenario, better scenario. She's on
Yeah.
this show, right? And we are sitting here having a conversation about how women should be treated, and whether she like, I'm this type, broad, and I think like niggas should do this to me because I'm bad.
Brandon
I'm a
knows
bad
some
bitch. You gonna be like,
bullshit,
hold on. First of all, no, you're not.
You're like a.
Brandon knows some bullshit. Hey, let's do Brandon how you do everybody
Like a
else.
6.
Let's do Brandon how you do everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm calling the cap, nigga. I'm calling the cap.
It's not cap. But we're talking about like how a person feels inside of themselves, right? I'm telling you,
Come
bro,
on,
like,
dog. It's
I've
the
never
same
changed this
thing.
stance, bro. Like,
Yes, you have, though.
No, yeah, we've had this same months ago when we talked about other shit with DWH about. I've been consistent of this since then, bro, and that was like 6 months ago.
I'm talking about how
So-
you act, nigga. I just seen you with people that looked at themselves a certain way,
And you got
and you saw them in a certain
corrected
way, and you let them know to their face, you're not fat. So don't even act like that on the show.
What does that have to do with somebody thinking they're somebody thinking they're a boy?
You're not gonna make me a liar so you can feel good.
That's what we saying.
You're not gonna compromise my morals.
Yeah, that's what we saying.
You know what I'm saying?
What was your original question? You want to know how we can determine if this woman is actually a man or not. Is that what your question
So my question is, should we adhere to deception? If somebody is obviously confused and in denial, like Niecy, about being a homosexual because you're married to a woman and you're addressing her as your husband,
Right.
should we concede with her and call this woman her husband?
And it's two
Or should we
ways.
be stomped down and be truthful?
It's two way. Okay, so if you're a woman and you want me to address you as a man and call you a husband, I think there's two things that you should be able to receive. You should be able to receive a punch and not fall like a bitch. Right. Two,
Nigga that can't do that.
you know what I'm saying? Two, you shouldn't be able to. I mean, if you got to sit down to piss, you're not a nigga.
Right.
Let me ask
Hey,
you. Let
but-
me ask you this.
Sometimes my quads be tired. Oh, leg day. You can't stand up and piss on leg day.
Sometimes when I'm doodling, the piss just come out.
Niggas in wheelchairs go.
Sometimes you gotta do both.
Niggas in wheelchairs. I am Charlie Newhart on Instagram. Roll up on that nigga.
So let me ask you this, right? And obviously it's hypothetical. I'm just going to use a very extreme analogy, and I'll use it with Lou. It's Lou, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, well, Fun, thank you for coming on the show.
Lou is Bell. Yeah, that sounds like an Asian little kid, Lou.
So let's say Lou goes around his life thinking he's the fucking tough guy, right? In his mind, he is this tough guy, and I beat the shit out of him. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're a bitch now. Say you a bitch, and he's just like, he won't say it. In his mind, he's tough, but I'm literally mopping the floor with this nigga, right?
Right.
I'm done, right? Can he still go around thinking he's a tough guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because tough guys
I
about
mean, he
the...
just lost a fight.
Okay,
That's
so flip side, if somebody thinks they're a man or a woman and you people are against it, you can't tell them how to feel. That's how you still feel inside, regardless.
I can tell them how many chromosomes they got.
Let's go back to that scenario, right? Let's go back, right?
saying.
But say if you was beating Lewis' ass, right? This person. That ain't me, but his name Lewis, right? You was beating his ass, and then
I don't mean it like that, but
I know.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, here we go, and if that's his name, you like, nigga, you a bitch ass nigga, say you a bitch. And I'm like, bro, just get off me, I'm a bitch. I can't get up and be like, I'm not a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, no, you a bitch ass nigga because that nigga's beating your ass and you screamed, I'm a bitch ass nigga. So you're officially a bitch ass nigga. Yeah. But if I don't say I'm a bitch ass nigga and I end up losing a fight, then nigga, we can choke him again.
Right.
Because I'm not a bitch ass nigga.
But you can't feel like a man. You can't feel like a woman. That's just what you are.
Chromosomes.
Chromosomes say something different.
You got chromosomes. This how I look at it. Look. Gay people for the last 15 years been heavy in the media.
You got that fire in them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I thought you gonna joke.
I just feel like it's a lot of feminine ass niggas out here, and I feel like it's a lot of strong individual women out here, and I just feel like men gotta step it up and drop they nuts, man. This shit getting crazy out here.
Yeah, it is.
Really, like
crazy
acting like girls, and I'm like, bro, niggas gotta up their energy to
straight out.
Let motherfuckers know.
That's real talk. But like, what did I say? Remember, like during the playoffs, like in 2008. They had this whole campaign telling people to not say gay anymore. Before 2008, it was cool to say, "Oh man, that shit gay." It wasn't. They changed the language. They said stop saying the F word when it comes to gay people and all that stuff. They did all this public campaigning to change our language to get us to accept the gay lifestyle more. Motherfuckers unchanged. People don't say faggot no more. People don't call shit gay no more. We've acquiesced. We've given in and allowed them to make them comfortable. So since we made you comfortable, motherfucker, live in your truth. Don't go around trying to change the world and say, make me comfortable. Now I want to be called something else. Yeah. That goes to show me, nigga, you ain't comfortable what the fuck you is.
Right. And Niecy, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, baby. I'm going to do what every real nigga going to do when they see you and your wife, because you're beautiful to me. Crazy body, all that. I'm going to ask you what every real nigga is going to ask two women that are in a couple. Do y'all have a boyfriend? That's all I'm going to ask you. I'm always going to deal. I don't care how many man clothes your woman has on. I'm going to always deal with her as if she is a woman. Because what she can't stop through the baggy jeans and the Jordans is the pheromones coming off her pussy. She can't stop me from picking up on that. That's nature. Regardless of who she chooses to fuck. Something happens to her on the inside when she sees a nigga like me.
I smell that pussy.
Right?
How thick them
and the tougher she act, the most she fighting against her own pussy. She's trying to override the feelings of wanting her pussy to get beat up by acting like a nigga. And I don't have a problem with it. But if I catch y'all, please let me know if y'all have a boyfriend, because I'm hollering at both of y'all. And that's just the way I'm programmed. And that's no disrespect.
You seen the husband?
The bitch is she a decent looking woman. Okay. She ain't ugly.
Niecy, if you want to come home, holla at a nigga. For real.
And Jada, I fuck the dog shit out of her.
Tell her, Charlie, if you can take a right hook.
I fuck the dog shit out of this.
Take a right hook, bitch.
If you want to come home, you holla at a nigga. I will beat the dog shit out of that box.
Yeah. And you.
You make a transition.
Y'all look similar. I like that. They gonna start crying together.
I know Niecy got fired ever since I seen her in that Reno 911 with them little bitty shorts on. Man, I was like, oh my God. I know she got it, man. But being a man is bigger than pleasing a woman. Is being able to lead her with honesty and not emotion. So the reason that her feeling like a man is not important, because feelings are a belief. Just because you believe that don't mean that it's the truth.
And they change every few minutes.
You know what I'm saying? So if she really was a man, she would lead you out of. I'm talking about if she was really operating in a husband capacity and doing what a husband was supposed to do, she would lead you out of that deception. And she would tell you, hey, baby, I'm not a husband. I'm a woman. We're lesbians. We're homosexuals.
So what's the solution?
Honesty. You're a homosexual. Live in that. You can't be a woman. You're not a homosexual if you're a woman with a husband. You're a homosexual if you're a woman with a wife. So calling it, live in your truth. Black people, we support you anyway. You know, we don't really be turning on ours like white folks do. The only time we cancel a black celebrity is if they on some molestation shit or they on some snitching shit. But we ain't never canceled a motherfucker because they was gay. We all know Luther Vandross is in heaven trying to give Jesus a back rub.
Stop!
We all know that. We all know that. But we
nigga never specified the sex of who he was singing to.
Nah, but we love that nigga.
You can't do that.
We love that nigga. You can't tell me nothing bad about Luther Vandross.
That's Luther Vandross, man.
But I'm saying he ain't the only.
Extra with
He
that
ain't the only black celebrity that was gay. That we don't turn our backs on ours
ain't
like
know
that.
if Luther
We
Vandross is
been
gay.
Lil Richard. Made the first openly gay song, Tutti Frutti on Rudy. Nigga, that's a gay song. Queen Latifah, we knew this shit in the 80s that she was gay.
He had the Brandon brought up a good one.
Tevin Campbell.
We knew Tevin when he came out with I'm Ready. We matter of fact, we knew Tevin Campbell was gay when he came out with that first song with Quincy Jones.
When he was 11.
He was a little gay ass kid, but we was like, that song is banging.
With black folks, we don't have to. You don't have to tell us. We know. Black, you know what I'm saying? We know who gay and who not. It's come on, man. We know.
That's a fact.
Don't play us like that.
That's that media shit trying to make it seem like we homophobic.
No,
We got
we
gay
ain't
people in all
homophobic.
them churches, leading them choirs,
But
and
black
niggas.
people
is-
don't address it though, because we got a lot of gay ass cousins, and we
Right.
don't be like, right,
But just
you gay at the family
Right.
reunion. We should be like, let
Nah.
that little nigga do what he want to do.
Make sure y'all hold on. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We should be at 1,000 likes. Our disposition is naturally to show love. Black people, we don't have hate in our heart naturally. That's not in our genetics. That's something that we learn here because we've been trying to survive in a society that hates us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So self-hate is what we go to because we drowned it.
as black men, we gotta. A lot of niggas be zesty. I don't think niggas be gay. I think they a little just zesty. You know what I'm saying? Niggas raised around their mamas. You know what I'm saying? But their aunties really
We're
don't.
not talking about them. Come on, bro.
No, but not, nah, we don't though. Cause I know niggas that I know. Cause I got people in my family that we thought was gay. Cause when they was young, they was zesty. But niggas when they got older, they was like, you know what I'm saying, slaying them left and right. So I'm like, is the nigga zesty? Was the nigga just, you know what I mean?
With all that said, Doug, hey Dougie, with all that said, we knew Lil Richard and Luther Vandross was gay.
Yeah,
We know it.
We knew them niggas was gay. Tevin Campbell, we knew these niggas is.
We're not talking about no ambiguous shit.
Yeah,
I got niggas to the nigga song.
Let's keep it real. You comedian niggas look up to Russell Simmons and Eddie Murphy, bro. So let's niggas on ADD knowing damn well what that nigga
Russell beat the dog shit out of you, nigga.
Come on, bro.
Russell beat the dog shit out of you.
Paul Mooney.
We ought to be a Paul Mooney game.
Paul Mooney was gay.
And these are y'all niggas heroes.
I don't be knowing. I don't be knowing the Hollywood politics.
Nigga, but you was on that show.
Richard Pryor talked about taking it in the ass in 1977.
Real niggas don't give a fuck who's gay though. I don't give a fuck who's gay. It don't mean shit to me. Malik Yoba's gay.
He came out. Yeah, he basically came out.
He's gay.
Africa Bambaataa.
Malik Yoba was defending
Africa
the boys.
bottom.
Don't say that.
And he's a gang.
Because he fucking kids, so fuck nigga
Yeah, those are children.
And he's a gang leader. He can get you killed. He's a gang leader. He's a gang leader.
Those are kids.
He a gang bang leader of children, man.
Nigga Rambo been hitting little boys for years, man.
These are the breaks.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm glad you brought that up, Craig. Because for the most part, niggas really don't care. We gonna crack jokes.
We don't give a fuck.
We always gonna crack jokes. Like, but black people, we gonna crack jokes over anything.
The singer?
Oh yeah, Tank talking about getting his ass licked by
So
he said nothing wrong with sucking dick.
He said nothing wrong with sucking dick.
Stop, you ain't gay.
He did say that.
Nigga, you gay.
Tank performed at a gay festival, nigga. There was a nigga in the crowd, right? He was singing with his shirt off on stage. He knew it was a gay show, so he had his shirt off and oil on his chest and shit. Is a nigga that was feeling it so much. He about 6'9". Nigga put his leg up all straight in the air, nigga, from a standing position, nigga. You gay if you let a nigga do that. I'll stop the show. Like, hold on, nigga, hold on.
Get this nigga the fuck out of here.
He gotta go.
Everybody stomp this whole
You wouldn't perform at a gay festival?
Yeah, I wouldn't take my shirt off.
I wouldn't perform.
I love everybody.
No,
but
but I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't because I don't think I could cater and make it a great show.
not true.
So I would turn it down, and it'd be a better opportunity for another nigga. For
If
sure.
Duncan took his shirt off and straight, like, nobody can see that. Any arena, bro. You know what
I
I'm saying?
perform comedy at a gay
Get that nigga a titty rap. Titty rap.
This nigga ain't got no problem. I wouldn't do it again. Well, nigga, don't do it at any of them.
Brandon.
I got you. I gotta let you do that. That's what I'm saying.
right, moving on, man.
That nigga Dewan fart just to make more room in his stomach.
Yeah.
I need that piece of chicken.
I'm just now realizing your skin tone is burnt orange, nigga. You look like this nigga looks like the University of Texas.
Yeah.
Get your LaMarcus Aldridge ass on out of here, nigga.
Nigga say you the color of a lug spoon.
That nigga got Timberland skin.
That nigga middle name is Work Boot.
If you ask Dewan what a serial number is, he tell you how many boxes of Fruit Loops he has.
That's funny.
Oh, shit. Timberland skin?
Hey, it's really hard.
Charlie Newbuck.
That nigga finally had a good one.
That nigga, he got his first good joke. That was his first good joke.
Zen Master been trying. He's been trying to get
for a year.
A year, bro.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Hey, Zen Master, your persistence paid off. That's 1 out of 2,000, nigga. That's dope.
He got 1,000 bullets.
He got a pitcher's batting average.
His jokes are more consistent than his channel. That nigga posts one.
Hey, hold on. So what if you think he a great YouTuber? See what I'm saying?
What if he feels like he's a great
I'm
YouTuber?
not gonna tell him how to feel. You can feel however you want, nigga. You trash.
That nigga Brandon crazy.
You can feel however you want. You trash.
That's what we can say. Like you want, but you're not that. That time,
We're gonna keep it 1,000. Then all these whack ass rappers that come to you for shit, you tell these niggas you not rappers?
No, I just did.
But they feel they rappers though.
They do.
And they trash.
They are.
See, I be telling niggas ain't rappers.
Well, you keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
So these niggas. Oh, I rap. These niggas don't rap.
But rap ain't genetics, nigga.
You got a point. It's a fact.
It's in the wide, nigga.
Because that's opinionated. What we talking about, what we agreeing on. That's not an opinion that a female is.
We're talking about fact. If you need a kidney, you can't go to a rapper. You gotta go to a nigga with genetics. I need a verse, man. My heart going out.
Hey,
I need a hot 16.
I got one rule, Kraig. If your bitch, if the person you married to has a 0% chance of getting prostate cancer, then it ain't a fucking husband, it's a wife, motherfucker.
Right.
She ain't got no goddamn prostate.
Yeah, real spirit. But look, it's really hard to distinguish between like what is you and what you've gathered along the way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we learn some real cool shit in life, and because we really like the information, we hold on to it. You know, and when people question that information, we feel like they questioning us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think the mind doesn't have the ability to subtract, right? The mind can only like add information. So you learn something, once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. You just add perspective to guide it. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's the approach that people should have to information. Once you learn something that excites you, you shouldn't necessarily hold on to it where you learn it. You need to add perspective so you can guide yourself correctly. Right. You know what I'm saying? And adding perspective is the key to being a man in life. You got to add perspective to every scenario. It may be some shit that you mad about, and then you know a few days go by, you add perspective, and you're like, oh, I had an error in perception. I was seeing that wrong. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And the greatest black entrepreneurs do that. Look at Master P, right? At one point, the nigga just sold crack.
Damn.
And he added perspective, elevated to records, elevated to flipping businesses. But the commonality of that is the fact that he learned some information, how to sell crack, which is a lot of our introductions to how to do business. And he kept adding perspective to that fundamental and that foundation. And look where he is now. You know what I'm saying? But imagine if P didn't add perspective and the nigga was still selling crack like right now in his 50s. You know what I'm saying? So
I know niggas like that.
I know niggas like that too. You know what I'm saying?
How you still here? How you still here?
So what I'm saying, so what I'm saying to Niecy Nash and all the other black gay people is you guys need to add perspective to whatever it is you choose as a lifestyle. Because before you're gay, you're black. And realize that a lot of the thoughts that you have that cause you to be apprehensive or embarrassed about your lifestyle choice, that don't come from our community. A lot of that shit is shaming from the gay and lesbian community. They want you to feel that shame so you can join their causes and fight for their causes. They don't want you to identify as black. They want you to identify as LGBT or whatever. But please believe when you go get that job, if it's a white LGBT, whatever the fuck that is, and a black gay motherfucker, you already know 9 times out of 10 who the work is gonna go to. You feel what I'm saying? Add perspective, man. Stop just doing what these white folks is doing, thinking that shit is something that it can change your life. You can change being gay. Yeah. And I don't give a fuck if you say you was born that way, but if you wanted to change it, you can change it. But you can't change being black.
Facts. Sexual act.
Facts.
Facts.
Different. or better yet, you can go your whole life without us knowing that you gay.
Right.
Really? Because I don't.
You can't hide being black.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Do y'all know this about me? I love grilled onions. Y'all niggas know that about me?
Grilled onions?
It don't fucking matter, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I went through my whole life. Y'all niggas not know it. I know y'all niggas a long time. Y'all know that about me, but it don't fucking matter.
That's what I'm saying. That's true. Like, you can hide being gay, but like that's what, like Charlie can't hide his bad skin.
Neither can I.
That nigga said you got the skin of a tangerine, nigga.
Some things, you know, you just can't. You can't own it.
That nigga Brandon still get nervous when he see rope, nigga.
Yeah. Check all the trees out my yard. I don't want no trees and no rope around me.
Days are coming.
That's going over my head for a minute.
That's funny as fuck.
Old slave face. This nigga still uncomfortable walking in the front door of a restaurant.
He's got to go to the back.
But look, if Master P didn't add perspective and he was still selling crack, he'd be in his 50s and he'd be a single-digit thousandaire. He'd probably have $6 grand to his name right now.
Damn.
You feel me? And all he would have to leave Romeo was a Section 8 trap house. You feel what I'm saying?
Section 8 trap house.
Just think about it. He wouldn't have shit to leave Romeo. He could probably if Master P was in his 50s, still selling crack, and he wrote out a will, what would he be able to leave Romeo?
I'm gonna leave you this 83 Honda Accord.
Man, these gold
I'm gonna leave all your Uncle Silk's karate clothes.
Man, all these Jabot jeans, nigga. All these Jabots.
You know what I'm saying?
I got 6 Earth, Wind, and
I
Fire.
got that nigga a basketball, nigga.
Man.
Shit, and I got these letters I'm gonna leave you from. I'm gonna leave you these letters. Look.
Me trying to see my son get
I'm gonna leave you these letters from this nigga, some nigga in the army named Mystical. These letters, nigga. The letters is in all caps, nigga. The niggas yelling in the letters, nigga.
Nigga CT Reed said one of the DVDs. I'm gonna leave
Like-
the DVD collection.
If he didn't add perspective, he wouldn't be Master P.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? If you look at all the black niggas, men that are successful in this industry, they all had a similar perspective or a similar start and added perspective. Look at Jay Prince. Jay Prince owned a car dealership. That's a brilliant brother who always seeks knowledge and is very humble, and he's a man of his word. He kept adding perspective. He elevated his status in life. He started with something very simple, and he kept adding perspective. And now look where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Look at who else, man? Who was some good example?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, Currency. Add perspective, man. Stop trying to be right about some shit you learn and stop arguing with niggas over bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And trying to prove that what you know is more than the next nigga and looking for niggas to, you know, just stop, man. That's not what it's about, bro. If you learn something and it turns out it's wrong, it's all good. Add perspective to it and use it to your advantage. Is there a time when you could say to the niggas watching where you added perspective and it worked out for you? Where you started off doing shit a certain way and it may not have been what you thought, then you know what I'm saying, you learn something, you add a little spice to it, and now you working, now you going.
Yeah, I know, you know.
I was just gonna say, I promised myself I wasn't gonna be on the internet doing motherfucking videos and skits. I'm like, that's internet niggas, but then it's like, okay, got a different perspective of it, and then that helped my career.
What was the thing that sparked? What was the thing that sparked it? Where you was like, well, damn, if this, I guess I got to do it.
Because I was doing shows in real life, and motherfuckers walking up on me and telling me I should do a show with a motherfucker on the internet. I'm like, who is this nigga? Who the fuck is this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you mean? Yeah, but then yeah. So it changed your perspective, but it grow. You know,
right.
Yeah.
What about you, Dunk?
Shit, bro, everything, nigga, life, every day you wake up.
Right.
That shit just change your perspective, nigga, because nothing is the same. Yeah. So once you, nigga, if you ever in a situation where, nigga, you know what I'm saying, you have to deal with something like that and you're not ready for it, I mean, always go back to the one. You know what I'm saying? Like my nigga James Brown said. It always starts on the one. Always begin again, bro. Because if you got a foundation, you got something to build off from forever. You know what I'm saying? Right. Most niggas don't want to do that. They don't want to grind. You know what I'm saying? I've been grinding since 2005. You know what I'm saying? Doing music. And I still ain't where I want to be.
Right.
I don't even know if there is a time in my lifetime where I could be where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll take two of them.
Right.
I got so much shit to do that, nigga. I'm like, now I gotta live again. You know what I'm saying? On some, that type shit. So just always go back to the one, and your foundation will take you where you're supposed to be.
For sure.
Yeah.
Moving to Hollywood was like that. Shit. I'm like, nigga, that's some Hollywood shit. I ain't fuck I look like being out there.
Right.
You feel me? But if I kept that perspective, I wouldn't be in the room with y'all. Y'all ain't even know Hollywood niggas.
Right.
That makes it reachable. So, you know, I had a foundation, like you said, and I got a foundation in the Bay Area. That's where I get my game from. Now, Hollywood ain't taught me shit, really. It just gave me more opportunity.
It just right. Go work.
But, nigga, I got the game. You feel me? So it's like, you just,
you
like you said, you know. Yeah, mama. It's really in me. I'm out here, but I'm in me.
It's in me, not on me, nigga. Yeah. Brandon, Dozie, Charlie.
My be when I bought my first crib, like I wasn't looking to buy. I was looking to go rent something. Somebody put their a real estate person put their shit in the rent column. So
that was smart.
Yeah, so I'm like, hold on, this how much the rent would be, or my mortgage would be at this motherfucker? Hold on, a 3-bedroom for $1,500? Nah, that ain't possible. So of course when you start doing the numbers and then she explains the whole situation. I had never bought a house, so nobody with a house, none of that. So it just took her doing the wrong thing, and then now here we are later. I got 2 cribs. So it's I never would have done that if beautiful. I don't think I'd be here if I got that like the apartment I was gonna get.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Right,
it happened, but definitely not right now.
Right,
It's funny you said about a house, because my house changed my perspective too. One of the first houses I bought right out of college, I learned that business is business. You can't mix someone's personal story with business. It'll get you fucked over every time.
Facts.
I bought a house just out of college, and the guy was thinking, like, he told me, he was like, the guy, he still wants to live here. He's going to move out at the end of the year, but he needs to sell the house now because he's losing it, and then he'll be out at the end of the year. And then I was like, cool, I graduate in December. I can move into this house in January. And now I bought the whole little thing. Ended up being some old other behind the back shit that went on. I ended up getting like the person who brokered the deal was some shady motherfucker.
Right.
So because I bought the house from a person who I didn't even know the motherfucker who brokered the deal, the owner of the place, I ended up getting a $2.3 million judgment against me in court.
Oh wow!
Because my lawyer told me you can spend $60,000 to defend this and then come out at nothing, or just let the judgment happen and file bankruptcy and get up out of it.
Right.
So I ended up getting a $2.3 million judgment against me at the age of 25. Right when I'm starting off, because I'm buying the house, but I'm taking someone's personal story.
DeJuan trying to settle for 2 cheeseburgers and some
fries. Nah, he went to McDonald's organization.
And you know what funny? Brandon looked like he go to the Mississippi and noodle catfish. Nigga stick his arm down up in that motherfucker. He look like a professional catfish noodler.
Real quick.
A catfish noodler.
but for real, like, at 25 years old, I had 2.3 against me, and I had to start. So, but I'm glad it happened then at 25. At 20, because now, like, I know for the rest of my life, business and people's personal story are 2 different things. Thank God it happened when I graduated college versus now.
Right.
Hey, yo, Zen, congratulations on that second buy, man. That's some hot shit.
Yeah,
Come
dope.
on, your first house, so you got to move in your second one.
Charlie.
I think everybody in this room, man, at some point, which I respect all of you, everybody in this room that hustled a little bit, you know what I'm saying, had their hand in something. But if you take that hustle, which is buy low, sell high, you take that mindset to anything, you know what I'm saying? Me and my pops had a car lot in Southwest Detroit. So all them years of hustling and all them years of doing sales for other people, making other people rich, we applied that to our own product. Shit, we was buying and selling cars. It took about 2 years, but eventually we was selling 20 cars a week. You know what I'm saying? It turned into $1 million business. It took about 2 years, but we took that same hustle from selling cars for other people, that same hustle from street, buying low, sell high. Shit, we was pulling up with cars and motherfuckers was buying them off the tow trucks and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was $1.5 million business, and my dad had an opportunity to shock his family. They was looking at him like, you doing this? Like, yeah, we moving 60 cars a month. So, you know, enterprising, like you was talking about earlier, buying shit and owning it on your own. But that's when my perspective changed. Like, damn, instead of me making another motherfucker rich, instead of me, I don't want to be a 55-year-old nigga talking about I'm selling bags of shit. That's stupid. You take that same hustle, apply it to a car lot, flipping houses. You take that same hustle you had, you apply it to something else, and watch how you win.
Brandon.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, I mean, I've had different perspectives in different phases of life, but I'll just go to something more current. Would be, let's say, like the pandemic, right? Obviously, like, a lot of people lost their jobs, and you know, people are dying of COVID. So, but this has not affected me at all. Like the pandemic has been nothing but like a surreal blessing for me.
That's some real shit.
Like,
Respect.
What I'm doing with Kraig, pause, and this other projects I'm doing. I mean, it literally has accelerated so many creative ideas that we're trying to do. And I went from a person that wanted to pride myself with trying to be behind the scenes, and I was able to leave my job, you know what I mean, and really focus on investing back into myself and to stuff that we got going on. And it's been nothing but a blessing, man. And I don't think this would have happened if the pandemic never happened. For because I mean, our schedule was just it was so up and down. So to be like certain things that are consistent for me now would not exist. Like the people that have watched this show for over a year now, like we used to start this shit at 8 o'clock at night, bro.
Yeah.
On just 9 o'clock at night, bro. Random days. You remember this shit, Dunk? Like, I mean, I don't know if no one was here at that time, but we've been able to create such a dope platform and be able to slingshot this to 1,000 other things that we can't even really talk about yet until that comes to fruition. But I mean, for me personally, I feel very fortunate of what happened in the world.
I agree.
It sounds bad to hear.
Yeah, because it's hard to celebrate something knowing everybody's in fucking turmoil. But
man, this coronavirus been great.
It's been me personally. Yeah,
I agree, but
me personally, it hasn't affected me.
It's called innovative disruption. That's what they call it in the investing game. Is when something comes out of nowhere that people didn't predict. They didn't have any idea. There was no metrics for it. There was no graphics for it. It's just an innovative idea that's destructive to the norm. And that's kind of what COVID has been for us. You know what I'm saying?
I was more used to shit coming out of nowhere and fucking things up other than black people.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
If you can't adjust, nigga, come on, dog. How many times you get pulled over on your way to somewhere to find out you ain't going there? Like,
right.
In the back seat? No, that's some real shit.
Zen, I got 2 houses, man. Relax.
Stop addressing this fucking weirdo.
They're on some wild shit right now.
I thought I was
using one comment.
Zen got one joke.
Let's smash that
That nigga feeling good from his one joke in 2 years, nigga. That nigga.
He need to put that energy and find a. He need to use that energy and find a bitch.
Oh, mama, nigga.
Smash that like
Worry about the bitch. God damn it, me. Yeah, nigga talking the shit I'm talking about.
Man, that nigga look like a. That nigga look like a.
Tell that nigga don't check me, check EDD.
Kraig, I want to ask you, bro.
Go ahead.
When the pandemic started, 2020 of March, from everything leading up to that, and then your perspective from then after that, tell the audience and everybody how that has changed you.
Oh man, in several different ways, man. I mean, bro. I'm a working nigga, man. I was the nigga that always had a job or my own business. You know what I'm saying? And I dabbled in comedy for 10 years. Work, then take some time off, just do stand-up. Work, took some time off, do stand-up. But the first 7 years of my career as a comedian, I didn't do no social media either. I didn't fuck with it. I thought it was goofy. Motherfucker. And then then I went up to ADD and kind of seeing how that shit worked or whatever. But I was still working a regular job. I was working in and out so much that a lot of goofball ass niggas in the industry just thought I was just around. They didn't know that I was a monster on stage because I wasn't seeking the stage time or trying to get in with I wasn't playing the game. Literally, I'm an artist, my nigga. I consider myself an artist. Before I ever told a joke, I have 5 albums as a rapper.
Talk that story, bro.
So I fell forward in this game. So it was a lot of misnomers about me that existed. And it was funny to me because I was a grown nigga when I got into comedy. I didn't start telling jokes. I was 27, 28. So I had already owned a crib. I had already lived a life. I had already, you know what I'm saying, had a regular life. Like I didn't find myself in comedy. I was already an established man when I jumped into this. And then already had delved in entertainment and shit. So what the pandemic really taught me is how to produce content. You know what I'm saying? And it gave me a better understanding of how to build. You feel what I'm saying? Because, I come from the school of shit got to be dope. Got to be fire. If you're a rapper, you got to be bars. If you whatever it is, you got to be fire. Then when I got into this, it's a lot of lesser talented niggas who are a lot further in this. And that taught me that, okay, damn, so it's more about consistency. It's not really about how dope it is. So that's the biggest lesson I learned. And just feed the appetite of the people that fuck with you. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what the Bay Area taught me, because it was similar with me being out here. I wasn't involved with the all that digital and all that. I was the nigga that's close to it. But at the same time, niggas ain't tripping off me because I ain't tripping off them because I'm back home making money.
Right.
So it's like I never had a dream. The Bay Area niggas is known for getting money and not famous. So it's a lot of independent artists that's way more guapped up than a lot of niggas that's famous. So I came out here with the intention. I'm only out here to get my notoriety bigger. I didn't come out here for a handout because I wasn't trained that.
Right.
So it's like I wasn't getting stage time in Los Angeles, but all I gotta do is drive up north and get up and practice. Right. So I'm practicing getting good right under these niggas' nose.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? It's literally like we have the same journey, but the only difference is that you said you went to work. I just had to go home.
Right.
You feel me? But it's the same feeling.
It's the same
Los
shit.
Angeles, like man, y'all niggas got me fucked up.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that too? Because like I'm born and raised LA, South Central. Hollywood is some foreign shit to us. Like for me, Hollywood isn't impressive. That's where all them gay niggas hang out. Like I'm an LA nigga.
Right.
And I remember speaking with Kraig talking about the internet when Roast Me first started. Teddy called me. Teddy Ray called me. He's like, we got this new show called Roast Me. I already called Kraig. Kraig is down. And a few other people. I need you to come down.
The one thought it was a cooking show.
Shout out Teddy Ray too, man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's genius, man.
This nigga
Teddy one of them ones.
You look like you've been in the sun for 17 hours. And this shit only stay up for 12. They only stay up for 12, but you got 17, nigga.
And look, all the Brandon's white friends say he's one of the good ones.
But again, I wasn't on the internet. I was like, I had already done a couple little sketches with all them. They told me it was one thing. Then when I got there, it was something different.
Right.
And I was like, I was working man. I had already taken 2 days off of work earlier that same month to do a sketch with them that didn't go nowhere.
Right.
So when Teddy called me, I was in my head like, you know what I mean? It's all they'll be on that bullshit. I don't really know. Kraig gonna be up there, so whatever. But I didn't go. And then the shit blew up the way it blew up. You know what I mean? So it was a perspective thing. A lot of times you be in your own head thinking like, nah, I don't fuck with that shit.
You don't know what's gonna take you.
Yeah,
that's what I be telling niggas because they be hitting me like, if I plug them with Roast Me, that mean that they gonna be where we at.
Yeah.
No, nigga, let me tell you something. When them cameras come on,
It's different.
I done seen a lot of niggas who y'all think are the greats fold up.
Kraig, talk
I got
about.
my ass roasted on there by you, and I'm like, damn, I done lost.
But you didn't fold up though.
I didn't fold up, but it just didn't match my atmosphere. Because I look at a lot of niggas as squares, so if I can't roast niggas like how I roast, it's kind of like.
But where we come from, we know anybody can get it. See, this how you know you're a Hollywood nigga. If you feel like your status is supposed to carry you, you Hollywood. You Hollywood. Because me, I got bad skin, big nose, all type of shit. I've been getting destroyed on the roast tip my whole life. I told y'all the story about my first roast session.
That's why you good.
You feel me? Because I view it as art. So I'm never trying to beat you.
Yeah.
I'm never trying to beat you. I literally created my own style. Yeah. So I can hear when the niggas using my shit. I won't say it, but I literally sat down one day and say, how can I get to this funny in a different way than everybody else? And then Roast Me solidified that. So if you're not willing to go that far, then you a Hollywood nigga. This is an art.
Everybody ain't got the same gift, and that's one thing I'm learning just in general. Like a lot of people got a lot of different lanes, and it's not enough platforms to make motherfuckers to show their lane and their gift. So that's why it's important for everybody to have their own lane. Like this is a lane and a gift of yours. You're really good at podcasts.
Thank you, man.
I'm a fan of this show. All of you guys, y'all. This is y'all gift. Y'all should have been had one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but no, y'all shouldn't though. This is the right time because y'all know what y'all know. Come on, man. I commend y'all for that.
I appreciate you,
bro. We're gonna get rid of Charlie.
But what I'm saying is this.
Any nigga want this spot, they gonna have to fight me. They want to loot back already.
But dive into your art, man. Don't ask me. Just dive into your art. Somebody else that people talk about a lot, who I'm a fan of, is Boo Capone.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people don't understand about Boo Capone. I love Boo.
Boo hella funny. That's
I love Boo Capone. But what y'all,
Boo took me out for my birthday, my nigga, and everything was on him. You good with me?
Embarrassed the shit out of us. He
embarrassed the shit out of us. He embarrassed me and Kraig the most.
Oh yeah, I love Boo. But Boo, a lot of motherfuckers don't understand something. Boo been in these streets bagging on niggas since the early 90s.
Before that.
Since the early 90s. And he's still at it. But this is his art. He enjoys roasting. Like, this is really, he lives and breathes this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to have that type of determination, you know what I'm saying, mixed with adding perspective to go to that next level. Now, sometimes you could be so in yourself and so about what you want that you're not adding perspective and you can get stuck. Boo got stuck for a little bit, but he added perspective and he grew massively. Massively. Because
Go ahead. I think sometimes you have to allow yourself to be open to people changing your perspective. People around you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was blessed to be a part of this circle, because Kraig sat me down one day like, bro, because I had did a sellout. I do my own shows. I don't know about trying to beg or be in nobody else's show.
Facts,
I'm going to do my own shit.
Let them know,
I'm
John.
going to hustle and sell that motherfucker out. I came out here from Detroit. I sold out the J Spot.
Definitely.
We sold out the Comedy Union just on
Facts.
hustle.
Yeah.
And after we sold out both shows, I'm picking my own comedians. I'm hosting the show because I need to control. I want all the money from the door. You're not going to tell me you're going to pay me $100 for 20 minutes worth of comedy.
You're crazy.
My dick, nigga, I'm a hustler.
Right.
So I'm going to do the show on my own. So I did these shows. And then Kraig was like, bro, it was a dope ass show we did at the Comedy Union. You know what I'm saying? And you sold out the J Spot. He said, my nigga, you doing a lot of work. He said, it's cool. He said, but you got to get on this internet shit. And at the time, nigga, I ain't have a cell phone.
Right.
I was on some street shit. I had no cell phone, no social media.
Detroit nigga.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Look at his phone,
I said, little play runner.
He thought that was the go-to.
That's the main.
Nigga, you still ain't got no apps.
This nigga dangerous.
Any nigga with no apps will stab you, nigga, with an OG.
Yeah, he ain't got it, bro.
But that nigga sat me down. It was him and B. They was like, look, dog, you got to start putting out consistent content on YouTube. You got to build that online shit. I said, man, all them niggas on there is corny. Them niggas ain't funny. I said, nigga, we get on stage, we tell real jokes. We have niggas kill the crowd.
Yeah.
He said, dog, you gotta change the way you doing shit. You know what I'm saying? He said, you did commercial, you did all that shit, all that's just fine. Basically, he was like, all that shit you did was cool, but if you're trying to go to this next level, B2, like, nigga, you gotta get your IG popping. You gotta put out shit on YouTube. And I listen to them niggas like, man, y'all absolutely right.
And your shit's fire.
Yeah.
Nigga, y'all
Your
put
shit is
me
fire.
up on game, and I appreciate you for that. But being able to listen to people around you and take their perspective and at least try it. Yeah. Too many niggas be like, I ain't doing that shit. That shit ain't gonna work.
Because we gotta talk directly to these motherfuckers. Yeah. That's what the game is about. All these agencies and all these motherfuckers are they got artists brainwashed into thinking that they know what these people want.
Ooh. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. These people will tell you who they want to fuck with.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the power right there. The people are the power. It ain't the agencies. It ain't hanging with certain motherfuckers. You know, all that shit adds to the pot. But if the people ain't fucking with you,
you gotta have the street.
But I learned that fast from producing shows and bringing all the people I fuck with out here
to
the Bay.
And
what I'm saying, the Bay Area don't know all of these motherfuckers that a lot of people out here love.
Right.
I tell motherfuckers, where Kraig at?
Right.
Where Teddy at? Where they? Oh, I'm gonna bring them. But then I done brought motherfuckers that's more famous than y'all.
Yeah.
Niggas be, where I'm from now? Who the fuck is these niggas?
Right. Go ahead.
That nigga hella weak. Niggas scream at you on stage. Boom, nigga, you hella weak. All that nigga don't know your agent at the show.
Up,
So I learned that fast. Like, nigga, nigga, I love everybody.
Straight out.
Yeah, like up the video. Thumbs up the video.
Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we get back, man, more Kraig Facts. Let me see. Where we at?
I'm loving that y'all doing this, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cult of motherfuckers that.
Bro, thanks for coming, man.
Is that if you were giving me the energy one way or the other,
you do an extra line. You do almost like a double turn
to use it back on you. Make sense?
So it's an outward block into a hit.
Exactly. You're falling, but instead of pushing that, when I'm giving you the energy, see if you can bring. Here's where you go back to the thing yesterday.
Yeah, right. You got your elbow, you've got all these other things. Yep.
Nice. What can you play with me whenever the takedown did happen? What body position was the other? So here.
And he started moving.
Right.
I don't know. He's big. He's got. I said. Okay.
So that elbow should go. So there it is. And that elbow should go right down. So how about you let her?
Did you catch the knee lift? Did you go?
No.
But that was. Did you see what
What happened? This was but that went that way. So
If I didn't have this, I wouldn't have given that up. Because I could tell from him standing. That was a bother.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was only one, the best.
Well, just getting poked.
Yeah, he knew what I could do.
Random fingernail.
He knew I could do this. Okay. So I didn't want to get that up when we came down. I held this all the way through.
Yeah.
So when we came down,
So I have a yard, and I always have one in the tree.
we can take that whole amount and knock them over.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I can use this is what I think my hips to help me out a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
That's it.
Let's gonna get. I got so much shit to talk about, bro. It's about to get. It's gonna be.
Yo, you write poetry, huh?
I mean, I started off, but I've been rhyming since I was like 10 or 11.
The way you rhyme, bro, it's like something. It's different, bro. I fuck with it.
Oh, you knocked that out.
On that bitch's head, I think she fucking with that crystal. Bitch's head, I think she fucking with that crystal.
Yo, what's going on? It's Patrick Cloud, and I just need to let you know that you need to pick up that Chill Withers LP by TheeKraigSmith right here. Man, it's super dope. This is Kraig how you have never seen him before. I was literally in the studio just watching, and I'm shocked. I jumped on one of the songs. You're not gonna regret it. Check out Chill Withers. Coming to Spotify, all the major streaming platforms and all of that. Chill Withers, Kraig Smith. Let's get it.
Man, we in here recording, man. We working on this Chill Withers project, man. Chill Withers. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never too late to blow. Chill Withers, that's how I go.
How to do a robbery and get away with jewels. First you map the plan out. Meet her at a man's house. Must have wore some track shoes. Sprinter how she ran. If your girl don't hate you, then her friends won't date you.
I think she fucking with that crystal. Every step towards that meth like Wu-Tang instrumentals.
Tell him pussy, why the fuck do you strip for? Die on that battlefield or yield to a lip blow. On that bitch's head, I think she fucking with that crystal.
Lisa Leslie should have had a baby with Shaq. China did that very thing, that's what made Yao mean. We choose emotion, mistaking it for the fact. So you kneel with a ring, thinking it's the real thing. And you were sorta, kinda, an ornament reminder. I need to get my shit together, caught up in this binder. Between me being free and your pearl boss, that turns girls from earls to hard offs. Turn out. Not a large crowd, but the disemboweled. Kissing for that missing mile, looking for a distant child. Sticking with you like I'm gaming. Amalgamate your mind claiming, because it's dangerous to be the woman you are. But make the choices you do. Just know that being with her is like being with you. She left me for a woman that's a gent, and I ain't been the same since. So your new boyfriend is a woman named Hammer. She got pregnant when I'm fixed, and I ain't been the same since. Oh no, ain't no police around, believe me, I got a scanner. I think I lost my way, but I'm on my way. Said I lost my way, but I'm on my way. We lost our way, but I'm on my way. Going. It's over. Used to hand my check over, partial flaw. Eminem in Congress, martial law. Bit of trouble though it's settled, there's an art to gnaw. Like nah, I said it, you 9 months pregnant, I'm a 2-year edit. Got clipped, put a body's gift. Clocking into work, working somebody's shift. Looking at this baby like whose body's this? But she don't know that I know. But she makes more than me and I'm not ready to go. Got them track shoes on, yes, the runaround show. You know when you be like, this nigga aight, but you really
wanna fight, so you let him catch you staring at his wife out of spite, cause you know he can't whoop you.
Ain't this shit gonna be alright? Well, that's the runaround, off the gunner sound. You can pick it up, or you can put me down. For a woman that's a gent, and I ain't been the same since.
So your new boyfriend is a woman named Hammer.
She got pregnant when I'm fixed, and I ain't been the same since.
Oh no, ain't no police around, believe me, I got a scanner.
I think I lost my way, but I'm on my way. Said I lost my way, but I'm on my way. We lost our way, but I'm on my way. Going, going, going.
Twisted up comb blows the crow sponge out of the bathroom. Only the twisted up comb passes the portability test and the durability test and the all new IMCSC TMTB test, or is my crow sponge cleaner than my toilet bowl test. This is the best test to determine whether you should be reusing that sponge or that comb on your head. Ready, Fred? Perfect. Just look how the hair and bacteria is able to be cleaned from the twisted up comb. Aww. Now how about those crow sponges? You see, unlike crow sponges, the twisted up comb doesn't absorb your hair, robbing it from the much needed oils and creams that is essential to keep our hair hydrated. The patented woven stainless steel mesh in the center gently massages your hair and can be 100% sanitized after each use. But really, how dirty is that crow sponge? That's a good question. I am using what us microbiologists call agar plates. A simple test you can do at home. You simply swab the surface you want to be tested, gently transfer it to the agar plates, and wait 7 days. You gotta love the internet. Let's see what we got. As you can see, the twisted up comb passed with flying colors. Man, that looks nasty. Have you ever left towels in the washing machine and came back to it the next day? Smells pretty gross, right? All bacteria needs is a damp place to grow and start multiplying. A sponge job is to trap moisture. That's why it's black. It hides the dirt. Here at Twisted Up Comb Laboratories, we believe that you deserve better. Twisted Up Comb is the only comb that is portable, won't break, and can be sanitized. Embrace your natural twist. The clean way.
Damn.
This shit like the
best.
Yeah.
We don't hit 1,000. Okay. Yeah.
We haven't hit 1,000.
But y'all good out here. This shit ran different out here.
Still good to have one on you. Correct.
Of course.
We live, man.
Still good to have it. It is run different.
How are we not at 1,000? What's going on, man? We not at 1,000 likes. Hold on, man. Y'all being disrespectful.
We ain't at 1,000 likes.
We back on air. We back on air.
I'm thinking this a whole nother episode.
Nah. We back on air, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, come on.
That's super crazy. Where Charlie at? He booing?
He went to the store. I'll bring some more next time.
Hey, Drummond had 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist in his first game.
That's cool.
And a broken toe.
And a broken toe. So how long he got?
We didn't break it, but he fucked it up.
Fucked up. The nail came off his big toe. So contusion or some shit.
It hurts.
How long?
And the toe is everything too.
How long he supposed to be out?
A few weeks, probably, right?
A few weeks. And the toe, the toe sounds small, but you can't move without that toe. You can't do shit.
If anybody ever lost a toenail, bro, that shit ain't fun.
Oh damn!
I ain't never lost a toenail, homie.
I sprained the toe.
I lost a fingernail, nigga.
Hey, you lost a toenail before?
He looked like he lost a toenail.
Yeah.
Country ass nigga.
That nigga's
Yeah. Pull my back, lost my toe.
I lost
broke my elbow. Like
I lost a toenail. It grew back black, and it always just grows back black.
Oh, well, and it was hooping in sandals on asphalt.
The Dozie 12.
Dozie 12.
My feeling good for the
my shit ain't one time.
They don't know what the fuck we talking about. These niggas over there dapping like they got a toe ring.
You ain't got no quarter.
That nigga
Oh shit, that's hella funny.
Nigga, D Wade feet.
Duncan touch.
That nigga's a flaming hot Cheeto too. Show that nigga
living through his son.
That nigga expressing himself a lot.
Yes, he is.
That's great. I love everybody.
He getting real defensive, man. But so what? I don't think the Lakers gonna do it this year.
I don't either.
Too many injuries.
Really?
Nigga, all they
man. Brooklyn is
Man,
not
y'all
playing.
Man, fuck them soft ass niggas.
LeBron, AD, and Drummond hurt.
No, they gonna be ready for the playoffs.
Man.
But it's kind of hard to come back. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Bro, we talking LeBron James.
In his 18th season, though, it's hard to come back from the injuries the older you get.
Y'all the niggas that thought Mayweather was gonna lose.
Damn.
Y'all just, it's gonna happen this time. Nah, nigga, winners win.
LeBron, no. Mayweather, a different story. Mayweather is a better boxer than LeBron is a basketball player.
That's very true.
Mayweather,
his reputation. Yeah, you can't say that. Mayweather reputation
never lost.
can make you feel like, okay, no.
Mayweather earned his.
LeBron's finals ranking, or how many losses he had this year? No, that's what I'm saying. How many times has Mayweather lost?
That shit don't matter.
0.
Have you seen him lose?
Who?
Mayweather.
Yeah, he don't.
I seen him lose.
Castillo.
Okay.
But he got the win.
He got the win. So have you seen him lose?
We
Have you
haven't seen
seen
him
him?
I think you just asked me that.
No, have you? Okay. Other than that, but how many times have you seen LeBron lose? Time and time again.
Mayweather not no.
So
Mayweather is the best athlete.
I see what you said.
He's the best athlete
Can we
since
do the Tom Brady thing then?
Since who?
Because I didn't think Tom Brady was gonna.
He's not a better athlete than LeBron.
And Tom Brady lost a lot of Super Bowls.
Wait, Tom, what you say?
He's better at his craft than LeBron is at his craft. Mayweather is a flawless boxer, bro.
LeBron can't make free throws.
Mayweather's can't dribble. Like, come on, bro. He doesn't have
Flawless.
Mayweather is a flawless boxer, bro.
Being defensive like that is good. That's not.
But that's
flawless
not.
boxing.
No, that's just.
What is Duncan got a famous quote about Mayweather. Duncan's quote is Mayweather never threw a bad punch. That's flawless.
Damn.
That's flawless, bro.
LeBron's every taking bad shots.
I'm just saying LeBron. Free throws.
That nigga haven't took bad shots.
I understand why we can't do that because that's two different sports, bro. It's shit. No, it's shit. LeBron, Mayweather ain't got a J.R. Smith nigga in his corner. Telling him, nigga, just go ahead and throw this, and get knocked out. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, it's niggas that.
And Mayweather never got jumped too. LeBron got jumped
Man,
in the
nigga,
finals
they jumped
too.
him right now.
It's about 5 niggas that done got on my nigga.
Mayweather went to jail on his prime.
That's being made because they got LeBron.
Mayweather went to jail on his prime, and then when it comes down to LeBron, and it still be Cotto. But I'm saying, but y'all can't even play. Look, when that whole situation with J.R. Smith not calling timeout. The rule is the whole team can call timeout, so that wasn't only J.R. Smith's fault. Yeah, LeBron's fault too. He could have called timeout.
He was calling timeout.
No, he wasn't. He was standing next to the ref for
He was not.
He could have called timeout.
Hold on, one at a time.
That sounds cool, but if a nigga I'm playing on the court and you know you're a basketball player in the NBA, right? You're professional. You know what to do, right? We practice this shit. So when you get a rebound, and we talked about how much time is on and what we need to do. I'm pretty sure they did that before they came out of that timeout.
Facts.
But so what happened was when a nigga on the dink, right? And nigga looking in the crowd like, damn, that bitch bad. And he not really listening to what's going on because he don't really care. He like, nigga, I mean, as long as we got Brown, nigga, we good. Yeah. So
I doubt that's bullshit.
Okay, he thought the nigga was gonna make the free throw. He didn't. So he didn't even think he even said I didn't think I was gonna get the rebound. Right. Once he got the rebound, basketball IQ kicks in. To call a timeout. Oh, look at.
I agree.
Kick it out.
Go
up for a layup.
We're comparing a team sport to an individual.
We are though.
But hold on, comedian compared to a fucking tennis,
but
something
boxing
with a team.
But they both, even though one is individual, one is team, they both are strategy driven. Mayweather, what makes him the greatest is that he can fight with any strategy.
Any style.
Any style.
No.
Any style.
Because he ain't fighting every weight class.
No, he fought
no style.
106.
Did he do heavyweight? Do he do heavyweight?
Nah,
he fought every style.
So what I'm saying is LeBron gotta go against anything that come and get.
And he's bigger, faster, stronger than everyone he's playing against.
So if you got 4 or 5 niggas on one team, I gotta beat them.
It do matter because
go ahead.
Going back to what he said
One
about
at a time.
Go back to what he said about IQ. Again, IQ, all 5 players can call timeout, not just J.R. Smith. So IQ, if none of them 5 niggas call timeout, all 5 of you niggas is dumb, not just J.R. Smith. Second of all, when Kraig talked about, as far as better at your job, you said Mayweather he can fight all styles.
Right.
He never throws a bad punch. He's the greatest technically sound defensive fighter of all time, and he never lost. Well, I'm saying, but when we talk about basketball, going back to what you said about better.
Lost in basketball.
But no, it's not
in boxing.
That's forget losses. Going back to your original point about as far as being better at your job, if we break down the components of basketball, the different skills across the board, if free throws are like jabs. If you can't make free throws, and you shoot them and you don't go to the basket because
a layup is like a jab.
No.
A layup is like a jab.
I'm saying you literally don't go to the cup at the end of games because you're scared to shoot free throws.
Right.
Mayweather ain't gonna be scared to do some shit in the middle of a boxing match because he can match whatever you bring him.
Right. Mayweather is possibly the most mentally strong athlete ever. He's the best at his job, better than Michael Jordan was at basketball.
Facts.
I agree.
The only thing close to him as far as level, like how good he is in comparison to his competition, maybe Wilt Chamberlain.
I think it's more current.
Maybe Wilt Chamberlain.
It might be more current, because
maybe Serena.
I wasn't going to go.
Hell no.
I'll just.
I not Serena in the top athletes
Kraig.
ever.
She is. It's one chance. Hold on, Kraig. Before we get into that, so I would say like a Simone Biles,
100 tennis player,
like a Simone Biles and Usain Bolt.
Right.
These people.
Usain Bolt maybe on par with Mayweather.
Yeah,
for sure.
Bolt, yeah.
But Simone Biles and Usain Bolt, like they're.
Oh yeah, Simone Biles is doing flips.
They named the flips after her now. The actual names of some.
One at a time.
Are named after her.
Simone Biles is a good.
She's flawless.
What point are we making right now? Because you're just naming athletes and saying
we're talking about mastering the game or the position, right? LeBron did not master.
No, he's not.
Are you crazy? Is
that
a master for a ring?
He is because he's taller, he runs faster, and he's
a freak of nature. Mayweather is not a freak of nature. Everything he has.
So y'all like Curry to go then? Who to go to basketball?
There's no goal.
Who to go?
There's no goal.
The goat of boxing is probably Mayweather.
I can agree with you on that. I fuck with Mayweather. I don't go against niggas that haven't lost.
There's certain niggas who haven't lost, like Kawasaki, who ain't goats.
Absolutely not.
He's not a goat. You feel what I'm saying? But
so Jordan not the goat.
They were not.
Are you saying Kawasaki is a goat? Are you fucking crazy?
He didn't fight them in the 90s.
He caught them when they were on the decline, bro.
That was Roy Jones got knocked out like 4 times.
It's B-Hop won. If you want to take a steal one, B-Hop won. If we're gonna be real about that,
he got set.
No, he didn't. No,
B-Hop just didn't throw punch the first 4 rounds.
My nigga, if you want to keep it 100, when Kawasaki beat Roy Jones was in that fight.
Yeah,
he just outworked him. But Kawasaki, he was faster than Kawasaki. He was landing punches. He was just he was faster in that fight.
Roy was done though.
Kawasaki's a volume puncher.
Roy and Kawasaki just had a round table. They do that shit on.
I saw it.
So do you?
They had Eubanks on there.
But you saw how Roy was giving that respect though.
Are you telling me that Kawasaki?
That's cool. He's like, we can do it again. He's like, I want to fight him again.
Roy,
I know I wasn't that better.
Roy need the money.
Roy said that.
Roy basically.
So now y'all can't argue me for niggas say he got his ass.
You telling me Kawasaki is a better fighter than Roy Jones?
He said he got his ass.
Nigga, when he
said it.
You telling me Kawasaki is a better fighter than Roy Jones?
Said it.
He said he beat him that night. No, Roy Jones said he beat him that night.
That nigga crazy.
Wasn't that after Glenn Johnson knocked him out?
It was.
That was after Tarver. After Glenn Johnson?
He was on his way out.
Yeah, Roy was done.
He was already on a decline.
Roy was on a decline. Roy wasn't the same after he won the heavyweight championship.
When Roy, you telling me Larry Holmes is better than Muhammad Ali?
Who?
Larry Holmes.
What? As far as legacy?
No, you said Kawasaki beat Roy.
Larry Holmes is up there with Muhammad Ali in my opinion.
He is best jab in boxing history.
Best jab ever.
Ever in boxing. Him and Tommy Hearns is close, bro.
I'll give it to, but I'll defer to the heavyweight at that point.
Okay, I can see that. But you telling me, and Ali's jab was crazy too.
Not like Larry.
It was a flick.
But look, you telling me that you think Joe Kawasaki is a better boxer than Roy Jones?
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah.
I'm not allowing
Stop,
that.
bro.
Let me tell you why.
No.
Can I tell you why?
Go ahead and tell me.
Oh, y'all just want to be.
Go ahead and tell me
That's what happened. That's what I'm saying.
Tell me,
So Roy Jones' whole style is based off athleticism. It's not he came into a gym and a boxing trainer. He would try to change his whole style. Like,
that's
nah,
fair.
that's trash. Don't do that. Don't throw that lead hook. You're gonna get caught. Everything was based off athleticism. Once that shit left,
wasn't just athleticism.
Okay, like I said, once that shit left, he was knockout central. Every time you need a knockout, call Roy Jones because it's gonna look good on your record. It was nobody's fighting Roy Jones just so they can have his name on his record. That's why he fought so long. So what I'm saying is
that happens in boxing.
No,
the fighters get older and start.
No, Rick. Okay, that's cool. Say that. George Foreman had a style that if you're a big man and you can hit hard, you can be a heavyweight champion at 40, and he did it. So what I'm saying is. Yes,
but he did something nobody's ever done, bro. He beat Michael Moore, and
never
been done.
So I'm saying is his style is like that, and if you have that type of strength and you carry that shit on, that style can. But when you got a style like Roy Jones and you're just athletic, you're jumping in, throwing punches.
He said just athletic though.
He was that. That's what he was.
No, he's also one of the greatest counterpunchers ever.
And athleticism made
that but you can't counterpunch without being a skilled fighter.
But why combinations you'll see it. Like he arguably has the best combinations you'll ever see.
Yeah, in his prime, when he got older and that shit didn't carry over.
But that's what happens to all fighters, except Roy Jones.
You slow down, Doug. I mean,
no. If your style is based on
Ali lost Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes was his sparring partner.
No, if your style is based on athleticism. Like Floyd's style isn't based on athleticism; it's based on skill. So he can get older. As he got older, he started.
Floyd has athleticism, no, bro.
But see, as he got older, it left him. So he didn't. It wasn't based on I'm finna knock you out or I'm trying to power. I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna make you miss. And I'm gonna win these rounds.
Look, Paulie
Malignaggi
is Floyd Mayweather without athleticism.
But see, you're making excuses for him. You're making excuses for him.
No, we're not.
No, I'm talking to him. When you say he had bad hands, I'm saying it don't matter if his hands were bad. He had skill. So it doesn't matter. So I'm that much better than you. If my hands were bad, I'm still gonna beat your ass. It don't matter. That's skill. So I'm saying Roy Jones lost his athleticism, and that was it. He can't compete on that level no more.
But that don't take away what he accomplished.
It doesn't. But I'm saying
he's just possibly behind shit.
I'm trying to understand. Roy Jones won the heavyweight championship of the world.
With skill.
But Kawasaki doesn't even. His resume is not even close to a Roy Jones.
No, it's not even close. I can't believe you're even.
So a nigga that
this nigga was fighting Scandinavians most of his career.
When he fought Roy Jones, what happened though?
Fighting Vikings.
So it's like saying, like we were saying, right? He say he a tough guy, and you say you whoop his ass. But the second time, you whoop his ass, right? So can he's still a tough guy, right?
In his mind,
right? Whatever he said. But you got the W. So yes, Roy Jones is definitely a skilled.
What's the name of the white boy that beat Sugar Ray Leonard when he became a middleweight?
Exactly.
Nigga, who gives a fuck, nigga?
No.
Roy Jones from 1990.
Third comeback. I'm talking about a nigga that's
Roy Jones from 1992 to 2002 is possibly the greatest boxer of all time.
He like Derrick Rose of boxing.
He's the only.
Derrick Rose one of the most dominant runs in boxing.
Bro, it is. He's the only fighter to go a whole round without getting hit.
Name 5 champions he fought in that.
What do you mean? Name 5 champions, nigga. James Toney.
He was
Bernard Hopkins.
Just like that.
Felix Trinidad.
Hopkins wasn't the champ when they fought. Stop.
Felix Trinidad.
He fought Felix Trinidad.
He fought Felix Trinidad. Beat the dog shit of Virgil Hill.
Felix Trinidad the champion.
Yes, he was.
Not that time they fought.
What do you mean?
That was the end of Trinidad's fucking career. They definitely wasn't.
Nigga,
he wasn't a champion.
But it's cool. It's in Trinidad.
We talking about a champion.
Roy Jones is older than Trinidad.
I love Roy Jones. The shit that we talking about.
No,
I said I had 5 champions.
He only fought Roy Jones from like 94 to 2002. He only fought world title fights.
So he's defending the belt. So when we talk about niggas who beat niggas and they don't matter, right?
What you mean?
You said the nigga that beat who's a white guy that beat?
He was the champion.
Who's a white guy that beat Sugar Ray Leonard, right? That don't matter.
I don't remember his name. Yeah, I don't remember his
name. What the nigga was doing.
Floyd, but I mean, Look,
what the nigga was doing.
If Roy Jones would have retired in 2003, he would have been the greatest of all time.
He didn't. I don't want to. If he did, if it was a split, we'd all be.
But what I'm saying, because
if you think like that, then that's a hell of a way of thinking.
Yeah, because that's not we talking about fact.
If that's the case, then that's Jay-Z the greatest rapper of all time.
But we can't do that. We can't do that because that's also
because if Biggie stayed alive, he would have. Nah, Jay-Z lived and he done it.
Yeah, so that's what we go off. We don't go off. If Biggie would have been,
but you're saying Kawasaki. You're saying Kawasaki is better than.
If Kazaki's better than Roy Jones, then you must have him better than
that's cool. That's cool. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but when y'all go to the internet and y'all hear Roy Jones say it himself, maybe it hit different.
He said he was better in that fight. He said he was better in that fight.
I saw it. I'm just not.
He said he was better. He said he's better in that fight. And of course,
if Kraig have a fight and I think he won, and Kraig like, nah, that nigga got me.
Hey, but Brandon, like,
I'm not gonna be like, nigga, because Kraig had a right hand he threw. Nah, Kraig just said he lost.
Hey, B, I agree. Roy Jones. That's fair. Roy Jones lost that fight. There's no, I believe, I saw the fight. Roy Jones lost the fight. All we saying is this was like years after Roy Jones was Roy Jones.
Like when Larry
you just said he declined. Hey, hold on. Didn't Duncan literally just say, well, he was on decline? He was on decline. That's what you just said. About the careers. Yeah, you said he was on decline.
You're doing years. We're gonna see the year though, because you just saying years.
Okay, but Doug,
when we see it, it's not gonna be often. He had just lost, which is one of the heavyweight championships. What he did was go down back to light heavyweight and lost all that athleticism he had that made him great. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
When Floyd went down and went back down with 147 after he fought for
Oscar.
Yeah, after he went back down, there was no lack. There was no nigga. He lost this. He didn't lose anything.
I see exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
always gonna be a he didn't. It's always gonna be a caveat thrown out there. I'm talking about what happened, bro. We're not talking about what.
Okay, but
if he did, if he didn't,
so
this is what happened.
Larry Holmes beat Ali. Yeah. That wasn't the Ali we all.
It wasn't.
Watch,
it wasn't.
And then after that, right? A couple fights later, whatever.
Speaks me.
Larry Holmes fights Mike Tyson and gets knocked the fuck out. Gets knocked the fuck out. So. I'm just trying to understand that Larry. Do you think Larry Holmes is a better fighter than Ali because he beat him? And
you think Mike Tyson is a better boxer than?
Not even close.
Than
Larry Holmes.
Mike Tyson?
I don't think Mike Tyson's a better boxer than Larry Holmes.
So that's what I'm saying. But who got knocked out though? Who going? If we sitting at the table, they all sitting here.
That's my point.
Larry Holmes gonna be like, nigga, I had a great jab.
That's my point.
And Mike Tyson be like, shit didn't work because I knocked you out.
That's my point.
It was like,
but because Tyson won doesn't mean overall he's always been the better fighter.
No, we're not saying that. We saying
that's what you're saying.
When it came down to me and you getting down. And they was talking about what you had and what I had. What I bought won. What you bought, it was old or it was washed up. The shit needed to get taken back to the drawing board. Whatever needed to happen, you didn't do.
What you're saying.
You stepped in this ring as a man and lost. I don't want to hear the excuses.
It ain't excuses, man. Athletes get older, bro.
They do.
Athletes get older, bro. That's just the way it is.
That's a fact. 100% of them.
Yeah.
All of them get older, nigga.
100% athletes get older.
So you telling me that?
Yeah. Your dick ain't little, it's shrivel up.
But anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
On to the next thing. This the only nigga on the planet think Kawasaki better than Roy Jones.
No, Roy Jones thinks that too. So
no, he don't. No, he don't. No, he don't. No, nigga.
So when he said he was the best, he was lying.
Okay.
So who has Kawasaki beat besides Roy Jones and Jeff Lacey?
Bernard Hopkins.
Bernard Hopkins.
He ain't shit.
Oh, I thought Bernard won.
I thought Bernard won that fight
convincingly.
Convincingly.
I thought that was like a Pacquiao fight.
Bernard's inside fighting. The rest they had didn't know how to judge it. Like Andre Ward would probably got a bad decision because if the ref doesn't know how to judge inside fighting, you're pretty much fucked.
But at that point, he was trying to do what Bernard do. You know what I mean? The elbowing, the dirty tactics. It's just that when that shit don't work in a fight, he gets frustrated. Then he starts to look at the ref and I got hit low and fall out the ring and cry. He does that. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it happen against Roy Jones.
Gamesmanship, veteran.
Yeah. I ain't mad at it because I've seen it happen. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
Hey, you ain't gotta know about it.
That shit weird.
Vince was saying he still can fight, bro. They're during that same round table, so come on.
They said he didn't get down again. Yeah, he said I'll fight you again.
He wanted to fight the guy again, bro. So
because he know he lost. That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why.
All right, moving on, man. Romeo Miller, man, got pulled over by the Beverly Hills police by a black police officer driving his car. I think he was in a Rolls Royce or Bentley or some shit. And the police pulled a gun on him. didn't know who he was. And he kept asking him, is this a stolen car? Damn. So, brother, is this a stolen car? Did you steal this car? So Romeo said he was yelling out the window, relax, man. Just come to the front and take my registration, man. You can see anything. You can see what you need to see. You know what I'm saying? So Romeo said this brother was in fear of him. Like he was fearful because he didn't really give him the benefit of the doubt or anything. He just went straight to the pistol play, aiming for his brain. You know what I'm saying? Are black men more fearful of each other than they are of white men? Because most of the time in the hood, when niggas carry guns, it's to protect themselves from themselves. Niggas. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in the hood carrying guns and busting on the police. Not at all. That's they crazy. We got guns aimed at each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Are we in more fear of each other than we are of the police?
That's a fact.
Wait, each other more than the police?
Like, are black men more scared of another black man than they are of the police?
No, I don't fuck with the police more than niggas.
Because most niggas carry guns to protect themselves from other niggas.
The chance you see in a nigga and the chance you see in the police, it's higher that you run into a nigga though.
But one thing niggas do see every day, two things niggas see every day is niggas and police. You know what I'm saying? But you never hear a nigga be like, man, niggas, these police tripping, nigga. I got the pistol in case I got to get off on one of these pigs.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I don't think it's a black man being afraid of another black man. I think hoe ass niggas is afraid of everybody.
Right.
You shouldn't be afraid of nobody. That's what it was. He ain't got no do anything back. He's a hoe ass nigga that just happened to be a black cop.
Right.
He's probably afraid of everybody.
Facts. That's a good point.
9 out of 10 gangbangers have never busted at the police. But most of them have busted at a nigga.
Yeah. Shit, not even that though.
Hey, let's tell the truth though.
Right.
Most of these niggas didn't. Let's tell the truth. Most of these niggas, it's like 2 or 3 niggas that busted at other niggas. That's niggas. Yeah, the rest of them niggas got lying ass stories. It's only a couple niggas that's really busting at motherfuckers.
Niggas be busting at niggas.
It's the same niggas. No, it's the same niggas over and over again. Most of the niggas is fucking.
It's a different generation. My generation, niggas be popping niggas.
I mean, I go back to the 80s when the murder rate was like.
My generation don't fight. Niggas be popping niggas.
It was same was in '87. You know what I mean? It was even worse back then. But even back then, it was like anything else. You got 20% doing all the work. The 80-20 rule applies in everywhere.
But they busting on other niggas.
Yeah.
Pause.
I mean, Paul.
Oh, y'all two niggas.
Niggas stay with the game.
That's just how they. That's how they.
I don't do that. But ain't nobody above that.
I'm gonna jump in.
Why y'all think that's the first thing niggas want to do now?
I mean, it's self-hate. It's weird to me when you really think about it. It's easier for a broke nigga with a pistol to drive by Bank of America, drive by the police station, right? Say, fuck, I'm not going to rob the bank. I'm not going to pull out the pistol because I need money. I'm out here because I got a broken mind state. So I'm going to grab the pistol. Yeah. I'm going to drive by a 10-year charge. If I get caught robbing this bank, it'll be a 10, 15-year charge. Yeah. And I'm going to go over here and bust on this other broke nigga and risk a life imprisonment to bust on somebody who ain't got shit like I ain't got shit. I done passed 2 banks, a bunch of white establishments that's making money to go take a black man's life when you could have robbed 3 banks on the way. You could have took, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Why are we so driven to kill each other and drive past opportunity?
We don't look at black people. We don't value life. When it comes down to it, and it's not like it's systematic. Like we see this shit on TV. We see ourselves getting beat up and killed on TV all day. Since I was a fucking kid, I never thought that I was special.
Right.
Till I got now I'm an adult. Like nigga, I'm proud. Nigga, fuck what you talking about. Right. I used to be like, damn, I'm black. Like damn, I hate this fucking world because the shit you see on TV, like they make you hate yourself.
Yeah, for real.
So it's like, of course, ain't nothing wrong with taking out another nigga that everybody hate.
Right.
When you think about it,
you don't see him as another person.
It's not wrong to me.
But you gotta think about this too. Like when you were raised as a kid, bro, you're always my first enemy. Was not. I didn't look at it. I didn't have to fight a little white boy. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that was taking my toys wasn't a little white boy.
I want my toys back, nigga.
It wasn't a little white boy. You know
they got 4 bodies because he wanted his toys back.
Real shit. You gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I I know niggas. You know niggas to this day, man. Like this nigga, I know niggas that don't like the certain look of niggas, certain how the nigga laugh, how the nigga, because they've been punked or something happened with a nigga that look like that. Because that's who we deal with most of the time as black people, is ourselves. So when it comes to like, oh nigga, I'm beefing with Kraig, you know what I'm saying? So we beefing, and I shoot you. I'm not really like, damn, I can get away with this. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a code where we from, and your people might got a code. They ain't gonna say nothing. But if I go in this fucking police department or I go in this bank, ain't no code in that. Nigga, it's white supremacy I'm fighting against. Right. And that I ain't been trained how to fight that.
Exactly.
But niggas that look like me,
but it's only ready for the consequences. I'm ready, bro.
I'm ready for life in jail, but not 10 years.
Yeah.
He make
no, but you're not ready for the consequences neither with the white supremacy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But then I'm ready for the consequences of you and your cousins. I'll pop them niggas too.
Right.
But I ain't finna funk with the whole police department though. I'll funk with this nigga whole family.
It ain't nothing but bitches in the bank. You know how easy it is? It ain't nothing but bitches in the bank.
Hey.
Niggas don't travel to commit crimes, nigga.
They don't.
Nigga ain't driving by hella people and be like, I'm finna shoot these motherfuckers over here. You really shoot motherfuckers off a reaction or you're not just energy. You know, most time that shit ain't even a thought out process. That's why niggas do kill each other, because we're not thinking. Yeah. It's just an instinct. Like, nigga, what? Like, most niggas get shot up. Nigga, what? Who you talking to? I won't. Bop, 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 bop.
Right. Hey, but
it's a misunderstanding.
Dung made a good point when he said that. We don't, because like they don't. First of all, I don't ever judge the kids without looking at the adults first. The adults don't teach the kids about white supremacy, so how are they supposed to know to go at white supremacy? That's one. Yeah. Two, you can't expect logical, sane decisions from a broken mind. That's why it's broke. When your car is broke, the motherfucker don't drive, nigga. Oh. And then the other part of that is the broken mind. And most of the shooters is kids. That frontal cortex doesn't. This shit don't fully get online. The logical part of your brain, that shit don't fully get online until you 23, 24. Most of the motherfuckers getting caught up in this shit is 16, 15. So you got a broken mind that's not fully developed, doesn't love itself, and hasn't been taught about white supremacy to even go that way.
Go deeper than that. Go deeper than that with the mental thing. You say 23, 24 is when the mind developed. That's on average. That's without trauma. That's without seeing your baby. You know what I'm saying? The shit we seeing. That's 20. That's regular shit. So just think about how long it takes a black man's mind that ain't on the shit, that don't want to have knowledge of self, and he's just still on that bullshit. We all got 40, 50-year-old uncles and shit that's running around with, you know what I'm saying, nigga, Gucci sweats. You're like, hold on, Gucci make sweatsuits like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, my nigga, that ain't what it is, bro. We're trying to like Gucci, man. And you're supposed to be on some whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga putting businesses on that. But they still.
So that makes it okay.
No.
What
it makes it is it makes it to where us as adults got to fix it. That's what we got to talk about it so we can fix it. It's not about an excuse. It's not about judging. It's about saying, because whenever we look at the kids, we always gotta always start with the adults. It's never the kids. It's always the adults.
If my parents didn't retrain me as an adult, I would already done a lot of shit. I'd have been retrained. I'd have been raised my whole life with my mom and dad, and still got to get re-raised as an adult, because the shit they taught me when I was younger, it's
outdated.
We know.
Go to college.
It's cameras and all type of shit around. You can't do that. You got to think. You feel me? So now it's about, and then learning that you got something to live for. A lot of niggas be just living day by day. I had to really learn that, man, I got shit to lose. When you don't got shit to lose, you don't think about others. Losing the thing. Nigga, fuck you and your family, because I ain't got nothing to lose.
Right. You know what's real about that? When I was dealing with behaviors with these kids, the reason why I got into Black history so heavy was because I figured...
You said the reason why you're so heavy is what? Why you blaming it on Black history, nigga? I got all this Harriet Tubman knowledge in my stomach. Nigga, blame the weight on the knowledge.
Bring the weight on the knowledge. Wow, bro. That's wild.
Kraig got Charlie skin. Raked over the cold space ass niggas. You motherfuckers look like you got somebody tossed a barbecue pit at your motherfucking head. Nigga, a hot one.
That nigga Dewan have an orgasm when somebody touched the refrigerator.
Dewan look like after he read a book, he eat the motherfucker.
Kraig dressed like a security guard at a train stop.
but like what send bitches pictures of his calf muscles and shit.
Oh shit! Hey, but like I found that when I was dealing with these behaviors, you can never just address behavior with like, okay, don't do that, little Billy, it's gonna be bad. I found that when I talk about my 13, 14-year-old boys, knowledge of self, who you are, and the fact that your black ass invented math and it's your duty to push this science forward, they took on a different relationship with math. You know what I mean? Like, what if we were told the truth about who we are? You know what I mean? And that's always been my solution with working with children. I'm gonna tell you the solution. I'm gonna tell you the truth about who you are ancestrally, and I'm gonna tell you the truth about who you are as a person. The reason why they put you in special ed is because you're too smart for them dumbass teachers. So they figure they dumb you down and put you on medicine.
Damn.
And I tell 9-year-olds that. People always say, "What age do I start talking real to your kids?" The minute they birth. Don't do all this bullshit fluff talk. I would tell these little 8-year-olds, no, the system is fucking with you, and you're gonna go to jail because they want you to go to jail. You're on that track. You know what I mean? So there's a whole system that put them in that. So when you teach the kids knowledge of self, you see them take on a different relationship with the material, and when they take on a different relationship with the material, they get more out of it, and they grow and they fine in school. But they don't teach us that shit on purpose because it's a direct correlation between low group esteem and your grades.
Right. And you can't love anybody else if you don't love yourself.
Right.
You don't know how to. A lot of these niggas on suicide watching, but instead of killing themselves, they kill another nigga.
Right.
That's a dope
point. That's real respect.
That's why I want to. I mean, piggybacking on what Duncan was saying earlier. I mean, it just takes. But we weren't really taught to organize. We weren't really taught to do. It takes time, effort, organization, and energy to get in there and rob a bank.
Right.
It's easier for me to just come take from you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So we wasn't really taught that.
Damn.
Oh, mama.
It's lazy. I could just come. I mean, I see you got it. You floss a bag. Let me just come take yours. But it's gonna take a whole lot more energy, time, effort, organization for me to go across town and rob that bank. Why? When I can just take yours.
Yeah.
But niggas, what are we taking lives though? You know what I'm saying? I mean, this fucked up. It ain't worth it, man.
It's not worth it at all. But I ain't gonna lie. I know everybody been in a lot of headspace. I know a point in my life I wouldn't even be like, man, these square ass niggas talking, why are we killing me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga just, you know what I'm saying? This,
You think that? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think that. You gotta really get in a great headspace. You gotta really surround yourself around different shit for you to really even take heed of the conversation. People used to come to my school and try to give us game. Fuck what this nigga talking about.
Gangbang niggas be like,
yeah.
sit down for nigga.
No, just talking about it gotta be a gang. It could just be any. It could be a motherfucker that take care of his family and live it and all type of shit. And you be like, fuck all that. I'm trying to fuck some bitch. I'm trying to get some money. Until you get older and be like, man, OG bro did say that shit was little niggas. Like,
There's a lot of niggas that hate themselves and they don't even know they hate themselves.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's what it's about. It's so normal.
I'm gonna ask y'all if it's a little nigga watching, what are some signs that he may be able to pick up on that he might hate himself?
That's good shit.
That nigga when he go swimming, he wear a t-shirt. Nigga hate himself.
Let him out.
What you doing at the pool with a t-shirt on, nigga? Let that shit hang out.
Hey, but y'all be knowing the bras be loving the big niggas with their shirts off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not the bitches I know.
You fuck with heroin addicts, nigga. You fuck with heroin addicts, nigga. They be like, hey, I got a little self-esteem. No, that nigga look like you doing what I'm doing.
That nigga Dunk get jealous of people with tan lines.
Hey.
What? Hey, so I'm jealous of niggas trying to look like me.
Hey, Charlie looked like The Rock's bicep muscle.
Kraig, the only nigga in this room that can hear a dog whistle. Don't paint your face. That nigga said bicep. That wasn't funny to the motherfucker.
No,
that
man.
Nigga Dozie rode an elephant to prom, nigga. I'm gonna fuck these niggas up.
You came here with no shirt on, nigga.
nigga Charlie trying to get on that lawsuit to sue Deshaun Watson.
Number 23. Charlie, I'm number 23. And you know.
Oh shit! This nigga Brandon think voting could really change things.
That's all you gotta do, bro.
Hey yo! Just turn my ballot in. I mean, I watch the real change.
That shit funny, yo.
Wow. Shit. That nigga DeWine got a mini fridge in every room in his house.
So many
That shit funny as motherfucker.
You like the nigga at work that's always gonna tell on the union. How many report you to the union, nigga?
How many hours they say? Nah, man, we put 7 hours on Tuesday. 7 hours every Tuesday. We doing 8? Nah, fuck it.
Juan work at the factory. He used fruit snacks for earplugs. Nigga.
Hey, that was funny as hell. God damn, this motherfucker. Charlie got the River Jordan running down the side of his head with that.
Hell yeah, your stomach move when you talk, nigga.
Hey, Charlie got guitar strings in his throat. That motherfucker. Oh, banjo neck having nigga.
Banjo neck.
Hey yo!
Oh my God! Hey man, hey, we gonna wrap up the show, man. Tell them what. Starting with DeWine. Tell them where they can find you, man.
Hotepitch.com. Go on my Instagram. Go to my link tree to see where all my shit is. I already got. Thank you for everybody that signed up for my webinar coming up May 2nd. No time to waste on my book. You sign up for my webinar, you get a free copy of the book. For those motherfuckers who want, some more game, get that. Also, check out my. Thanks, Tan. Thank you for that donation.
I appreciate you, Tan.
Good looking out, Nick.
Also, check out my interview yesterday with Brother Kaba Kamene from Hidden Colors. It was a dope ass interview. And I just hit up Judge Joe Brown again, so we're gonna be interviewing again pretty soon too. Y'all know that last interview went viral, so we gonna see what the fuck happened.
Hey, let's put it on that nigga a fifth so he can get real loose.
That nigga tells it all.
Man, for real. That nigga say James Brown was fucking.
He said James Brown was fucking Al Sharpton.
We gonna talk about Ike Turner because
said that on everything.
yeah, we gonna talk about Ike Turner on this one because Tina released another documentary where all they did was shit on Ike Turner.
Yeah,
we gonna talk about Ike Turner. So yeah, but she also beat.
Hold on.
There was a mutually abusive relationship.
What?
So yeah.
You think? Hold on. So.
But let's say real quick.
Go ahead.
Check it out. We gonna talk about who the real Ike Turner was. Go ahead.
How you gonna talk about Ike Turner? You think this one? Everything she said was real?
I know he beat the shit out of her.
How you know? How do you know?
Brandon just believes. He ain't never been no stop.
I've met Ike before. My voice cracked like I met Ike before.
Real Ike.
So he slapped the shit out of a bitch when you was around?
Like, I don't even know a nigga that know Ike.
I do a space tournament like for a lot of them.
That nigga gave me some tips, man.
I don't know Ike.
Yeah.
I met Ike back in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I don't know Ike.
Don't promote that, nigga. Don't tell nobody else.
So I don't know Ike. I know him as Nathaniel.
Hey, Brandon, you look like Ike's original bass player. You do look like Ike's original bass player on Rocket 88, nigga.
You Brandon old liberal ass. Liberal motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is this.
That's Ike still. That's like nigga dressed like that. When he used to try to match, Ike used to whoop his ass and shit. Don't you be matching in my motherfucking house.
That's the son he fought at the end of the movie, nigga. Whoop your ass at the end. You lost that goddamn case, nigga.
So liberal, nigga. I'm just nigga that called Michael Sam.
I'm getting killed by Dickie Simmons.
Dickie Simmons.
My uncle's not a faggot, okay?
Listen, you got to unsee what you saw in there, all right? That nigga wasn't in there eating ass. He wasn't doing it.
You gotta unsee what you saw in there.
And And he brought Jordan Farmar behind Dewan.
First of all, that nigga Charlie came in here and kneeled to that nigga. Thought it was Jesus. Charlie came here like,
nigga kneel to him.
give me God, I'll be fucking up.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go finish. I'm not going there. Hey man, Instagram, Mr. Duncan Penny Hughes, my nigga. Mr. Duncan Penny Hughes on Instagram. Y'all fucking with the album, I love it. Niggas is stupid. Sounds.com, sound packs, fucking next week, fucking the rest of this album coming out. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Part 2 of the sapiosexual shit. Shut up, Kraig. And shit, that's it, man. You niggas
Liberal ass nigga, I couldn't even get it out. Call Michael Sam and congratulate him. Good job, man.
Hey, Charlie looked like a leather RoboCop.
Oh shit! Kraig the face of a nigga who don't read the directions when you put it together. Hey, check me out on IG. I am Charlie Newhart, and fuck with me on YouTube, man. Charlie Newhart.
Nigga almost lost it.
Charlie's skin the same color as his eyebrows.
Dewan said he was hiring a nutritionist 6 months ago. The nigga same size.
All that nigga lost was time.
You know? He was telling us he was on a water fast. Nigga, you was eating Burger King in the whip on the way home.
That nigga went to jail. That nigga went to jail.
You know how many more other nutritionists it is out here, nigga?
Nigga thought it was just one.
What? Nigga said
it was gonna be free, nigga.
You gonna shut your ass up. It was never a nutritionist, nigga.
It was gonna be free. And that nigga went to jail.
Oh my god.
Y'all niggas crazy.
That nigga called him the leather
RoboCop. This is probably the funniest shit.
That was a funny joke today. That was a funny joke today.
That shit was crazy.
Tell them where they can find you, Lou.
On social media at Louis Belt, and Lou Do Too Much on all social media, same shit, you know what I'm saying? Tap in on YouTube, Instagram, you know what I'm talking about? Fuck with the whole movement, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, congrats.
Thank you for coming on.
Your stand up too on the Marcus Cousin shit.
Oh,
nigga.
Fire,
nigga.
Fire.
Man, I caught that shit late, nigga. I'm late one night. I'm like, let me see what this nigga Luke talking about. That shit was fire.
I appreciate that, man. That shit took a whole year to put together.
I word, nigga.
Nigga dropped some tears over that project.
Hell yeah.
Shit,
I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Okay, fly.
Che McQuenna, man.
Hey!
Y'all know the drill, Dozie, regular _DOZ, man. Y'all know where to find me, man. I love everybody, man.
Man, let's give it up for Lou, bro, because
Real
my man came out, killed it, man.
Come on, shit, nigga.
Then again, I got double down, bro. It feels good to be back in the studio, bro.
That's
Oh
a
yeah,
fact.
Yeah, I like it.
The vibe is fire. You know, we thank Brown, Farside TV.
You know
Also,
it.
Instagram is B12 World, let it be 12 World. You want to sponsor the podcast? Go to the website TheeKraigSmith.com. Click the bright yellow button, or click the contact page. Put in the description exactly what you're looking for. If you want to sponsor the podcast, put in the description. Put your budget. Also, we're not these emails aren't for back and forths. Put out there what you're looking for, and we'll have somebody reach out to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all watching the show. If all you something, you can get it from God. God! No, nigga, I'm tired. Good show, fella. Good shit, man.
Crazy, I fuck with y'all.
Nigga, you got somebody.
Thanks for hanging with us, bro.
Mamas, I'll come back, man. Y'all let me know.
Love to have you back.
I know that.